There we go.
So,
All right, now we're actually here, guys. Sorry about that. I'm an idiot. I've been teaching. This will get much more manageable once there. So I've been teaching Mr. Sydney and Ryan.
Let's move in here.
Yeah. All right. Good.
All right.
We're just a Sydney sandwich right now. This is real good. So guys, this is the first time we've done Modern, so this is pretty exciting.
We have a pretty interesting deck list as well.
Yeah. So
between the competitors, we've got some mono green elves, black-white tokens.
yeah,
a mill deck, yeah.
And I'll let you guys get into that here a little bit more here in just a second. But right now, Ryan, scoot your head in a little bit more. But for right now, just to give you guys a quick introduction, we got Sydney, and then we got Ryan. You guys, I know Sydney plays a fair bit of Magic. I'm not quite sure what Ryan's pedigree is. Sydney vouched for him, so I'm hoping good things here.
Sydney's basically my sensei.
What?
Okay.
Following in his footpaths. You can tell by the hair a little bit. Getting closer every day.
Yeah. So and it looks like we're there's a slight delay in getting started, and I'm actually going to head out here in a little bit. But other fun thing we've got going on is we actually have a giveaway for the first time tonight as well. So tonight's a big night for WUBRG. And that giveaway will be, we got some 4 moderately played foil Delver secrets, courtesy of, I'm just going to rub that right there, courtesy of MTG Card Market. Very, very, very nice to give this to us.
Absolutely.
So we'll raffle that a little bit later on tonight, and get a user picked, and then we'll get that. We'll have to shoot you a PM, or you guys can shoot us a PM, and we'll figure it out. Again, haven't really thought this through. Kind of given it to me at the last second here, so we'll kind of figure it out as we go along. But yeah, so it sounds like I hear Sherwin yelling a whole bunch.
Starting soon.
Yeah, so I'm going to skedaddle to the side here, stare menacing at you, and hopefully after the first match we'll be able to do the drawing. I'm still here. If not, I'll let you guys figure that out. There's a giant raffle thing. You just open it, and then everybody in chat just needs to type in !raffle, and then you close it at a certain time, and then do draw.
Sounds easy enough?
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah. Or if you want to do, if you guys have time to Google something else in the meantime, as long as it's relatively random, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Actually, I wonder if we're gonna do this. I'm gonna keep doing. So you guys talk about your talk about the types of decks. I know you said black-white tokens and some mill and some other fun stuff.
We got a lot to talk about. Some stuff I have never seen before. Some stuff I'm sure Sydney in his long career has not seen in quite some time. Looks like we've got a mill deck first off.
Yeah.
And do we have any idea of what colors that is composed of?
It's a mono blue mill
Mono
deck, if
blue?
I'm not wrong. Deborah's playing it tonight.
Okay. And we do, is that the rack? Do we have 8 rack
We
here?
have 8 rack tonight.
Are they playing it my style, pack rats, moon vaults?
No.
No?
8 rack with waste knot.
Oh, waste knot.
Yeah.
That's not a card that always comes up in 8 rack.
Really?
No, I have seen deck lists that really don't run it. Like I said, it's a card, a lot of hype around it. It never really did that well.
Huh.
That's as far as I know.
Waste knot is pretty good in 8 rack, especially with all the abilities that it triggers.
I don't know. I think some of the abilities, like the mana gain,
Oh yeah.
they
Kind
kind
of
of fizzle
irrelevant.
out, become irrelevant. I guess the zombies poke in some extra damage.
No,
do a
then the
little bit
zombies
back.
doesn't work with ensnaring bridge.
That is true.
So I guess 8 rack. I mean 8 rack and waste knot wouldn't do so well together.
So what do you guys want on stream right now?
Ah.
What are we looking at? What do we have?
Let's
to
do
match?
elves.
Mono green elves.
You guys want
Mono
me to-
green elves.
I'll do that. I'll make sure Sherman gets that on
We're
there.
gonna grab the elves. All right, I know mono green elves is a pretty big
Who's
archetype
the
in
player?
Legacy.
He didn't give me his name.
You didn't get the player name?
Yeah,
Do you know what he looks like?
I do.
All right.
I should go find him.
We'll switch plots. You tell him and whoever he's playing with is on camera.
Okay.
All right. This is. Oh, now I'm back. So Heavy, thank you for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it.
Loves the pack rat. Me too. I just bought 2. Want to use it in something. Looking to run it Pack Rack, Mutavault, no ensnaring bridge. Sydney and I disagree on that. A lot of people disagree with me on wanting to run 8 rack in the first place. But I love it. I love discard.
I don't know. I don't know Modern enough to actually comment on that.
I just love preemptive hatred.
Oh, see, I do too. I'm a mud player, so I play. My deck includes 4 Trinisphere and 4 Chalice of the Void main in my
That
deck.
sounds quite hateful.
So sometimes there's some snaring yards, squirrels and swarm yard. What Heavy? What is that in reference to? What are you referencing squirrels and swarm yard for? Tomorrow we'll have squirrels at Legacy. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Does that do well? I'm not too familiar with Legacy.
No, it's not that. Didn't do well last time. He's made some improvements to the deck, so it should be good.
It's just one guy. Just one guy.
Yeah, just one guy. One guy repping the squirrels, pretty much. So Sydney's back now. I'm gonna actually disappear for real, guys, for a little bit, and we'll be good. Oh, swarm yard. Okay, swarm yard gives rats regeneration apparently on top of squirrels. I know it does squirrels, insects, and then something else, but. Done.
That's something I want to look into for sure. All right, and Sydney, do we know who it
Ken
is?
Kellen.
Ken Kellen.
Yeah.
Sounds like a guy who would play Elves.
Are you sure?
Do you want to
I
listen?
wonder. You pass something to Trevor. He wants to borrow 1.
All right, and in addition to Mono Green Elves, just trying to see if there's anything interesting we missed. We have a strange amalgamation of Jeskai and Storm. We have 4-color Delver running Geist. I'm assuming you put that down because they're running it in the main board?
Yeah, he's running Geist in the main board. It's a 4-color Delver deck that runs black and white.
How many Geists in the main board?
Huh.
Full playset?
I think he runs a full playset of Geist. It was a pretty interesting matchup when I played against him.
I have seen Geist in the sideboard of American Delver show up once or twice. But I have not seen
a Delver deck that runs full main Geist?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting to see. It looks like we have red, white, and blue control. Bogles, the dreaded Bogles.
I love Bogles. I actually think Bogles is a pretty decent,
or a hexproof known
deck right now.
colloquially as the dreaded Bogles. Well, I mean, I've been playing your Bogles deck, and there seems to be very little I can do against it.
Because nobody really have any sideboard right now for it. Yeah.
We let them know they were going to be in the feature match, not just springing it on them?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Blue-Red Delver with no Swift Spear. We talked about that. Do you know specifically what they're using to replace that card?
No, I do not, but I just know that he doesn't run the Swift Spear because...
He made a point of that, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
To let you know he didn't run the Swift Spear?
He just said that, I'm running Blue-Red Delver, but no Swift Spear.
Okay, we have a Malira Pod.
Have you mentioned the Angel Junk Pod?
Angel Junk Pod, that's going to be a pretty interesting one. Regular Angel Pod, we have Kiki Pod, standard Blue-Red Delver. The Black-White tokens, again, we have 2 Black-White tokens. It's going to be interesting to see the difference between those 2 decks.
It would be.
Do
you mention Merfolk?
I have not mentioned Merfolk yet.
We haven't seen Merfolk in a while for the Modern, and ever since Patrick Nolan been coming back here to play Merfolk, it's been quite a good game when I see them playing against.
He goes pretty even. He beat me.
He did? What were you running again? I don't remember.
I was running. It was my first time ever playing Modern, and I was playing Splinter Twin. And I had, I believe, it was one part of the combo, the Exarch or the Pestermite out, and I had Splinter Twin in hand. I only had 4 mana. He had 1 card in hand. I was hoping it wasn't Spell Pierce, and of course it was. And it looks like we got him setting up on the feature match now. I see him out there, so if we want to take this off, get rid of our faces.
No.
All right.
I don't even see the table.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to tilt the camera a little bit. I will.
Should I?
I'll go out and let them know that. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You're the one with the more supreme knowledge of Magic, so if you want to go through any of these archetypes,
I can talk
what
about
sticks
the
out to
feature
you?
match that's coming up.
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna have
the camera's a little bit.
Ken
Can't see
Keller.
the full feature table.
Yeah, we can. So right now we're gonna have Mono Green Elves be playing in the feature match for round 1. Let me see, who is he playing against? He's playing against Merfolk!
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is so cool!
Okay, so I know that Mono Green Elves, it's a archetype and legacy. What do you miss when you transition that to modern? What do you have to take out?
You don't have Guy's Grado.
Okay, that's a strong one. It's kind of a crux of the deck.
What else do you not have? What else do you not have? I don't play Elves. I don't remember.
No, neither of us play
Natural
Red.
Order.
Okay.
You don't have Natural Order. But yeah, right now we have
There we go. Use a little bit better.
we have Ken Ketter,
Okay.
Ken Cullen versus Patrick Nolan. Ken Cullen's the one on the mono green Elves, and Patrick Nolan's playing Merfolk. Oh, was that Snake Eyes?
I believe so. Let's get their names up here. And this is Ken.
Cullen? Ken Cullen?
Right.
And then Ken Cullen.
Ken Cullen.
With an A. Ken Cullen. K-A. K-A.
Oh, Ken Cullen.
What's this? Hi, Nos.
Oh, Nosferatu, the ancient, I believe. Nosferatu, the vampire.
Nosferatu,
I believe
616
precursor to Dracula. Elves is completely neutered without an O.
Natural Order.
Natural Order,
Yeah.
as you mentioned before.
And then, can we put his,
Deck name, and Ken is the one on...
mono green Elves.
That's Elves.
Okay.
Alright, and then we've got
Patrick Nolan.
Patrick on the right side of the stream.
Who's playing Merfolk.
Some straight up Merfolk.
So who do you think has the better matchup?
I really can't say. Never seeing Elves in Modern.
I actually haven't seen Elves in Modern. That's why I'm really excited about this matchup.
I think there's definitely going to be some interesting combat strategies.
But I think Merfolk does have the upper hand because with Addervault, they can always put up so much more creatures than what Elves can put up in a few turns.
That is very true. Plus, we know Patrick runs Spreading Seas in the main board.
Would that really affect Merfolk? I mean, would that affect Elves that much?
Because
Because they have all of the mana dorks.
that is true.
So they don't really need their lands most of the time.
Okay.
I think so.
Is there anything you think in Patrick's main board that gives him an advantage over any kind of mono green archetype?
I mean, once he has Spreading Seas on the board, he
Mhm.
can island walk over the Elves, can he not?
That's very true.
So I think he does have an advantage, only if he draws Spreading Seas.
Okay, and it looks like Patrick mulligan to 6. We saw him draw 6 cards there.
Land. Patrick's
His
gonna
hand.
play. Yeah, like I said, I think that Merfolk would have a better advantage once they have Spreading Seas and the ability to put Addervault into play and be able to play as much creatures.
Can't
Oh,
see that
can't
card
see that
with the
card.
terrible glare on it.
I want to say no. I'm not gonna make assumptions, but
Well, what would your assumption be?
Bird
Mono
of
green elves.
Paradise
Birds of Paradise?
or no, Birds of Paradise or Arbor Elf.
Okay. So we have...
No, I don't think this Elves version plays Addervault at all, if I'm not wrong, because I saw him playtesting earlier tonight and didn't see any Elves that he was playing heavily soiled loads, responding to his question whether he was asking does Elves use Addervault, and from my knowledge, no.
No, it also looks like Patrick missed Aether Vial in his opener. We both played against him before, and we know Merfolk, we know him, we know he has 4 in the main board.
Yeah.
And it looks like he does not have any out.
Oh, which would be a bad thing for him.
It's going to slow him down a bit. Looks like Ken's already got a pretty good board state. 3 creatures out.
Still can't see the third creature there.
Difficult to see with the glare on there, but...
Yeah, still can't see it.
Go to tell. I don't think he's swinging for combat yet, so that probably
Yes,
is...
Arbor Elf.
There
I
you
got
go,
it
and
right.
that probably
Yes.
is a mana dork, because we have not transitioned to combat
Yeah, I was
yet,
thinking
and
it can't
tapped.
be Bird of Paradise after a while. I mean, when I made the first assumption, but
Okay.
Arbor Elf. That's right. Dude, this is a Nether Sentinel. Yes. No. Still glare.
See Patrick take his turn.
Did he? No, he hasn't. This is turn 3.
Perhaps Lord of Atlantis, something to get him going a little bit.
Maybe Spring Seed? No, Spring Seeds will not help him right now.
See, contemplating it. Another.
Draw a card. We're gonna try to fix the glare, guys.
Swing in, offering the trade.
You think he would trade? I don't think so. Because Elves would need all their creatures. Oh, he took
take
the
it?
2.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So he takes 2 damage. We're gonna change that real quick, guys.
Go.
Okay. Oh, he fetched?
Yeah.
Is this on his main phase? Do you know?
I believe so.
We're gonna fix the glare, guys. Give us a sec, real quick.
Yeah, so we can see these creatures. Figure out just what is in
Okay.
mono green.
Can Callan just fetch a breeding pool for us? Wonder what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there.
I feel
Puli,
like
if
he might play what's that druid that adds 1 mana for every elves you control? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know. Is that modern legal?
It is. It's a druid. It's a druid that's an elf that adds 1 mana. It's 3 mana, and I think it's like a lord. Oh, he's not.
We have Llanowar elves.
It's an elf.
Could be ramp. Be able to ramp into
Oh,
something
it's
pretty
gonna
nice
get
here.
me. I need to look up what elf is that. Hang on.
Please do for us. And yes, Pulia Ficor, the glare is real. Hi, Gabby Sparts.
Hi, Gabby Sparts.
Glad you're here.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up right now, real quick.
Lessen the glare a little bit.
Non-legal. It's green.
And as we assumed earlier, board is kind of flooded with tiny creatures right now.
Doesn't look too good for Patrick.
No. He's also definitely missed a land drop or two.
Elvish Arch.
Hi,
Druid.
Osmund.
Hi, Osmond.
God, I love the Twitch smiley faces. Are they supposed to look robotic? Because they look robotic to
It
me.
does look robotic. That's
And what did he just throw down there?
Still.
It's better.
Glare is better.
Another creature. Come on, Sydney. You've seen this Merfolk deck enough. You beat it like 3 times before this tournament started. What is that
did.
creature?
Oh, that creature?
Mhm.
I think I want to say it's my memory of names is failing me
Okay,
now.
he's swinging in for. He's swinging in. The glare is definitely getting better. Seeking improvement. We've moved to combat. See what happens.
Is he gonna play an Archdrake this turn?
I don't know. I can't tell quite by his positioning.
That card that you were asking, what Patrick just played, is a Merfolk.
Okay.
And the elves that I was telling you about is Archdruid. Do you remember?
And that adds what, 1 mana for every elf you have in play?
Yes, 1 mana.
That is some pretty
And
tremendous
other
ramp.
elves you control get +1/+1.
Okay. Alright, looks like we've got a battle here on chat. Go elves, go fish, team elves, team fish. I'm a little bit neutral. Battle of land and sea.
Do you think this elf deck play Critical Behemoth?
I don't know. I'm assuming with all this ramp that he has to have something larger that he's trying to play into. I also could see in his hand there, that looks like a
Beck
dual
and
card.
Call. I saw a Beck and Call.
Beck and call, okay.
Oh, that would be perfect.
And he does have a Greater Hook in hand.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, he's got to be ramping into something with all of those mana dorks.
And I don't know if you guys noted, but the important thing to know about Merfolk, every time a Merfolk is cast, you get to tap. Tap and untap a permanent, which is really big.
Yeah, he can definitely keep the bigger creatures at bay. Swinging in with everything, it looks like. Or
No,
tapping,
it's cast
tapping.
tapping for Card of Calling.
Court of Calling. Oh, let's see what he grabs here.
I wonder how much mana he tapped for X. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's 4 mana?
4 mana that's in mono green elves. That is a question that is beyond me right now.
Could be a Thrun. No, elves. We don't get to see it? No, we do. Archdurid.
Archdruid. Okay, so that just adds more ramp.
But the elves get bigger.
Oh.
Because now the elves are all 2/2s.
Okay, I'm definitely going to say Patrick is at a disadvantage in this board state. I think not having the Aether Vials in his opener slowed him down a little bit. He's got a lot of his tactical cards out, but nothing really yet for the beatdown.
Hi, Dev Call 420. Yes, this is modern.
This is modern mono green elves versus merfolk. So not something we typically see in modern,
yeah.
but modern it is.
He just drew a lord.
Oh,
Would that help him? Yes, it would. I mean, what's...
it's
Because
definitely, I'm going to call it a pretty solid top deck.
Breeding Pool
Looks like he's going to play it here.
Trigger from the Merfolk to untap the island.
It gives him some favorable trades.
Is he casting... I think he's casting an image.
Phantasmal Image. Ooh, on the Lord of
Ooh.
Atlantis.
Nice! So I think all the Merfolks are kind of like 4/3 right now. 4/3, no, 5/3 because the Merfolk adds +1/+1 to all other Merfolks as well.
Okay, other
And
merfolks, not itself?
Not itself, and they all have Island Walk, and he has a Breeding Pool.
Oh, okay, so how much is he swinging in for?
This is 5. This is 10 right here. Merfolk is
2/2.
2/2. So
he's
he's
swinging in for 12.
Yeah. No. 2/2.
2/2 plus
14.
2 more, so he's
Oh,
at 4/4. Swinging for 14.
14 damage. Okay, so he
Looks like he's going to take it.
Oh, he's scooping. Go to game 2. GG.
Okay. Reset the life totals. And update the round.
There you go. That was pretty interesting. I thought Ken actually might have had that game. Card of Calling. Wait,
That's fine.
still round 1.
Nope, keep going up. Go back up. It's your match record is what we're going to update.
Match record, there we go.
Yep.
And 1 on the right side of Patrick.
Yep. One was the pad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do agree that the Breeding Pool is relevant. Asman. I hope I didn't butcher the name.
Here's the fun thing. You see the guy with the O? That's Okabakalakalakalakato.
Okay.
And then the other guy was Asmund.
Asmund and
Asmund.
Okobaltu.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Really?
No, I mean, actually, it's just Kobold, But the fun thing is, we just say whatever the hell we want to say in terms of names.
Yeah, none of these names are really phonetically appropriate.
Yeah, so like
You see some vowels in
heavily
there?
soiled loads is actually just heavy.
I don't think I want to pronounce the entirety of that name.
What, heavily soiled loads? Why not?
I agree. Elves is less fun without Gaia's Cradle. We talked about how it is neutered in the transition between formats. You don't have a lot of the staples.
Yeah, like Natural Order.
I mean, I was looking. You guys might not have been playing Standard back in the day, but in Lorwyn Shards, there's a very real competitive deck, Elves, and it was Elf Ball. And so basically, you ramp to a Regal Force, then you drew a whole bunch of Regal Force is a 5/5 that you draw a card for every creature you have in play. So you would just basically go like crazy.
Wow. And hell yeah, we stream Modern now.
That's right.
We stream Modern Merfolk and Modern Elves. Not your typical blue-red Delver.
So.
What? Dark Wars 99.
Zayata, thank you for following. Much appreciated.
Sideboard in on Elves. What do we think he has?
What would Merfolk sideboard in?
No, what is Elves sideboard in? On Elves.
Oh.
Choke.
Choke? Oh, Choke! That would be perfect. Yes, I think Elves would play Choke with the meta right now. They would have Choke in the sideboard. Do you think Ken would bring Choke against Patrick?
Yeah.
But then again, if Merfolk has Aetherval, they don't really need that islands no more.
And what is he going to do about his breeding pools enabling the island walk on the side of Merfolk?
He don't fetch for it.
Doesn't fetch for it.
Does he even need blue?
I didn't see. I mean, that game didn't go very long. We didn't get to see. Like, we've been calling this Mono Green Elves, but we've been ignoring the fact that we did see a breeding pool. So there's got to be something splash for blue.
And Wanda Bob, thank you for following. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Wata Bob.
It's a Wahi Bob.
Wahi Bob.
Wahi Bab. It doesn't. As long as it's close. That's the fun thing. You get to make nicknames for
Oh,
everybody.
it kind of sounds like he's like, wow, hi, Bob.
Wah, hi, ba.
Wow.
Sounds very Asian.
Oh, and we missed Xiaoita?
No, he did say.
I said
Xiaoita?
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Xiaoita? That's
I just went with Exeter because that's easier for me.
Exaoita. Like I said, a lot of these names are very phonetically inappropriate.
And heavily say it's Mrs. Heavily.
And
so I
do
close
not-
to you.
That's which is perfectly fine. Anytime you see Okabakalakalato following, you give him a verbal finger. All right.
Okay.
You say, "Hey, you're a d-bag." But Heavy, thanks for following. Darkwaves, thanks for following. Goldlick, much appreciated as well. For
Goldlick, these
following.
are some
Can they
thank
follow
you.
and unfollow at the same time?
They can. And see, now that you've said this is terrible.
Oh shit!
Because we just enabled it.
You just enabled it. So thankfully, it seems like we don't have a lot of our normal people in here yet. We got a couple. Like we got Okabakalakatos, Tenacious, Heavily Soiled, and whatnot. But one night we had a bunch of the regulars, and then we had. It was great that night. We had about 60, 70 follows. However, about half of them were just people trolling.
It looks like Patrick mulliganed to 6, and I believe Ken kept.
So.
All right.
Cynax, thanks for the follow.
Cygnus.
Oh, Cynax, fights.
So fetch off of Ken. He's going to go down to 19 here. And then let's see what's... all right, and then we just got a Llanowar Elves coming in. So
Again, leading off with the ramp.
Yep. And guys, make sure we have a... we definitely have a giveaway to do later. So some moderately played foil delvers, an entire play set. We're going to give them away to somebody nice and lucky. We're going to try to do that here relatively soon, probably in between rounds, so I can go fix the camera.
Oh.
But,
Oh, Patrick got the Aedoval.
Leads off with the turn 1 of the run. Like, as we mentioned before, that's something he was definitely missing in game 1.
He's fetching off of a polluted delta, so Patrick's going to be at 19 as well.
That's an interesting play for a Merfolk deck to actually play a fetch.
Yeah.
I have not seen him use that yet in any of the matches I've had against him.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Good housekeeping. Thank you for following. And
Look at those elves.
so we got a Heritage Druid and an Arbor Elf joining the field here. So this is going to be really fun because this is just going to let him to do whatever he wants to do.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. So
And again, we see the beck and call in his hand.
counter goes on Aether Vial for Patrick. His upkeep looks like we got a reader from Ken. Just in case anybody that doesn't know what Aether Vial does, at the beginning of your upkeep, you can put a counter on it, and then you can tap it and put a creature into play with the same converted mana cost equal to the number of counters on Aether Vial. So it's nice, gets away from so you can't be countered, and you can kind of sneak step and play real quick and easy.
And Osmond made a good point. Merfolk definitely should play fetches to feed Delve for treasure. But have we seen Patrick play Treasure Cruise? Do we know if he has that main board or in the side?
No, I don't think he has that in the main board. Not that I remember.
Because that would be a very good reason to run fetches, but I'm not sure he has that.
Tom, appreciate the follow. Much appreciated.
Did Pat pass the check? Yeah, Pat passed the check.
So it's back to Ken. We'll see if he ends up cracking that fetch or whatnot. But if nothing else, he has the ability to make 5 mana currently, 2 from his lands, then 3 from the Heritage, tapping the Heritage Druid, or tapping in 3 elves to make the Heritage Druid.
Yes,
so,
you can, Tom9665. Thank you very much for the sub.
follow. We're not subbing yet,
Well,
son.
yeah.
Jeez.
Shout in Patrick's ear. Next time I'm outside, I will. Is there anything specific that you want to be shouted into his ear?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you can. But there's about a minute lag, so you can't necessarily wait for chat. But
All right. Looks like he's playing.
No. Well, how does he tap the
so we're gonna
Misty.
have to.
That's...
It's a clip. I'm gonna go. See, also fun thing from streaming. Sometimes you gotta go out there and.
Yeah, see what the heck is going on when you're tapping a fetch for mana. Alright,
I
it looks
think-
like he
do you
tapped his
think-
play back and call.
But yeah, he can't tap that, right? Oh, okay. He just.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Just using that to represent, I guess. So it's cracking that, going down to 18.
There we go.
Yep. So we do see he's going to crack that fetch now, so he's going to go down to 18. Something tells me he's probably going to be finding a shock. I did not see the card that went to the yard, but yeah. All right. So he's going to go down to 16 off of that.
Breeding pool.
Breeding pool.
Okay. Down to 16.
So he's gonna cast a Beckon Call.
He was just tapping the fetch to represent that he had the mana to do that. It's a bit of a strange order.
Summoning Pact.
Okay, and what's he going to grab off of this?
Oh man.
Summoning Pact is any green creature,
Any green
correct?
creature, yeah.
So
Oh, the
he needs to-
mystery? He was just giving us a sense of mystery there. Slamming it on the table face down.
and so what he might be able to do is actually just ball out here. So we'll see. Because he's going to make 3 mana, and then if he's got some more elves, I don't know why you waste a Summoning Pact if you can't do some more interesting stuff.
Yeah. And Summoning Pact is any green creature?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up just in case.
And it looks like Patrick is taking a look at Beck and Call.
Yeah, I don't think you get the Crater Hoof there just because you can't, you don't win right on this. I don't believe because you get, everything gets pumped +4/+4. He does have 1 blocker, so I don't know if that's exactly enough to win there. Or I have no idea what Summoning Pact does, which is completely possible as well.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's any green creature.
Depending on what's in Patrick's hand, he has another land drop. Aether Vial's going to tick up to 2.
Yep, Summoner's Pact. Search your library for a green creature card, review it, and put it into your hand, and shuffle your library.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess he just wanted to make sure that he has something to play.
Oh,
And he has to pay 2 green and green.
each one of the Patrick cards has to pay that on his upkeep.
I
So,
always
and
forget.
I believe it's a green and 3/3, or
Well,
green and 3.
You lose if you
That's
forget.
2 green and 2 colorless.
And it looks
2 green,
like
2
at
colorless.
the end of Ken's turn, Patrick tapped Aether Vial to play
That creature?
Curse Catcher?
Curse Catcher, you're right.
Alright, it ticks up to 2 during his upkeep.
Maybe he's gonna play a Lauren. Because now with Breeding Pool in play,
He has Island Walk enabled
It
again. He
gets a
does have
lot,
the
yeah.
Lord. And he's got a lot open. He's got a lot of 2-drops in the deck. That Aether Vial at 2 is pretty useful.
Dark Wars, I'm biased. I'm going to go Legacy.
and I'll say Modern.
I'm just going to say EDH for the heck of it. Even though I've actually never constructed an EDH deck.
But you're not replying to Dark Horse question.
I'm gonna go with Modern on that.
So
He's looked at
we see a Silver Gill Adept being shown, and then the Pearl Trident, Master of the Pearl Trident being revealed to it. So Patrick drew a card, and then Aether Vialed in the Master of the Pearl Trident, and so he was, let's see, so he ended up taking
3, 4, 5?
5 damage there.
Down to 11. Okay, he played a second Aether Vial as well.
Now Ken's paying for Summoner's Pact
Mm-hmm.
and his upkeep.
Which he can do pretty much with just the creatures he has in play.
Okay, he just paid for it, so he has 3 open mana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
One
that's-
of them blue, because I'm interested to see. We know he's splashing for Beck and Call. I wonder if there's anything else.
might just be Beck and Call. He has Fauna Shaman.
Okay.
It's a green and a colorless, and has the ability when you tap her and pay a green, you can discard a creature card to search for any creature card in your deck.
Okay, so it seems like his deck is composed of a lot of creature search.
Just fetch for it.
And so he fetches, so he's going to go down to 10 life here.
But so far, what we've seen is just
Fauna Shaman.
Fauna Shaman and a lot of mana dorks. And we know last game he did have a Craterhoof Behemoth in hand.
And that Nettle Sentinel, along with that Heritage Druid, that's going to be able to do some fun stuff. Because he still has the opportunity to make 3 more mana here now.
Oh, that'd be so sweet. I see a Craterhoof Behemoth in his hand, and I think that's another Summoner's Pack in his hand. Will you pass the? Oh, he passed the turn.
You pass the turn without moving to combat.
Yeah, so this is looking pretty rough. Patrick's probably going to be able to pull this one out here.
It doesn't seem like Patrick has any creatures he wanted to play, because he probably would have played that in Ken's second main phase with his Aether Vial.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we got a Master of the Pearl Trident. That's the only thing that doesn't have Island Walk right now. But there it is. So now everything's got Island Walk. So Master is swinging for 3. You've got 2 Silver Adepts that are swinging for 4, and then you have a Curse Catcher that's swinging for 3.
So I think that's lethal.
Is that lethal on board?
That's 14 damage, I believe. So, yep. 14 damage you can't do anything about. It looks like Elves was just a turn slow each game, which is really unfortunate. So he really needed the chokes. Which, given that Breeding Pool was in his list, I mean, who knows if he runs those or not. So, yeah, and
that's the game.
Looks like they're going to pick it up. Patrick's going to take the win. We're going to go ahead and kick it back to the booth. Chat, harass these guys for some questions. I'm going to go out and try to fix the camera situation a little bit better. So next round we won't have that glare and we won't have the bouncing on the everything.
The glare will no longer be real.
Yep. So go ahead, hype up the giveaway, because when I get back in here, we'll actually
give out these beautiful cards.
Hi guys.
Those in front of the camera. That's a full playset of moderately played foil Delver of Secrets. They look very moderately played.
I can't see.
Very moderate. I would consider that slightly, maybe.
Maybe. Well, yeah, they look fine to me.
So let's talk. How do we think this Elves deck, from what we've seen, is going to do? How is it going to do against the rest of the field? This incredibly diverse field that we have written down.
After seeing the deck, I feel like it's a tad too slow compared to what I seen in Legacy. So I'm a bit biased with that.
What do you think slows it down? What is it missing?
Not being able to play guys, Credo.
Have to live near our store location to win? I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so, because we will, if I'm not wrong, Mark said that whoever wins will just have to PM us, and then we can mail it out.
We have mail. USPS can do that.
Yeah, mail.
We have the technology to send you foil. Delver of the Secrets.
Yes, we do.
Delver of Secrets, not
Delver
not any specific secrets. It's just kind of secrets in general. Anything that's secretive is kind of their purview. What are the decks tonight? That is a great question. We have some fairly odd off-meta modern decks. We have not 1, but 2 black-white token decks. We have Aura Hexproof, known colloquially as the dreaded Bogles.
Hey, Bogles are so cool.
Yeah, they're very cool. Sydney himself is a Bogles player, among pretty much everything else. We can't really call Sydney a player of anything specific, because he kind of just pulls out whatever he feels like.
Yeah.
All right, but back to the deck list. We had 4-color Delver running, we believe, 4 main board guys.
Yep, and he runs Thoughtseize as well in his sideboard for the black.
Thoughtseize actually goes great against Bogles. Take their 1-drop, GG.
Oh man, I feel like only 4 Thoughtseize is not good enough, because Bogles play Leyline.
That is true.
How many players we have
We
tonight?
don't know if Mike has. Yeah, if you want to count with the players, I'll keep going.
Okay,
Bogles Bros for life. I have a Boggle Bro myself, a good friend of mine. Not going to be my friend much longer. We have Scapeshift. We have 2 Affinity decks. Yeah, we have Angel Junk Pod, we have Kiki Pod, we have regular Angel Pod, and we have Malira Pod. We have standard Blue-Red Delver. Blue-Red Delver, the player made a point of telling us that they're not running any Swift Spears. We're trying to figure out what they're using in place, or how they're modifying their strategy. What are the 4 cards they're going to bring in?
I think they're playing, might be playing both the True Time and Treasure Cruise.
Alright.
Tonight, to answer the question of who was asking, Synex. Synex was asking how many players are here tonight. We have a total of 27 players.
27 players tonight, so a pretty big turnout.
Yeah.
We also have Scapeshift. We have, I believe we've covered pretty much everything. Oh, we have a Jeskai Ascendancy Storm hybrid deck.
Oh, that deck. Yes, we do. To answer Haverly's question, she asked, do you have any pot decks with Siege Rhinos? Yes, we do have a junk pot. Players
Four
playing
mainboard Siege Rhinos?
4 mainboard Siege Rhinos.
And I'm probably going to see a Siege Rhino or two pop up in the other pod decks.
I think the Inja pot decks run 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Malaria pot would run 1 or 2.
At least one.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Oh, we have a mono blue mill deck.
Mono blue mill deck? Oh
Yeah.
yes, we do have a mono blue mill deck.
We have 8 rack. Which combo deck? The Jeskai Storm, or do you want to see a pod deck? What are we looking for?
What do you guys want to see?
Okobalalabalatu. Get a Decktech. At the end of the night,
If the store is not closing right after, we could do a Decktech, and if the players...
yeah, based on what's done well, we can most certainly have a Decktech.
Yeah.
Based on what you guys want to see.
Sorry, Good Housekeeping. I don't think there's an Amulet deck tonight
No, we don't have any of those on our list, so unless
Yeah.
someone joined last minute.
that plays Amulet.
Jeskai
They want to see
Storm.
Jeskai Storm.
The people have spoken.
They want to see Jeskai Storm.
All right. Well, that's on. That's. I mean, we should be able to get another match on here. I'm just kind of doing some shenanigans really quick, so I'm going to keep coming back in. You guys are going to lose their beautiful faces. You're going to get to see them. It's going to set up some, I don't know, something weird, some sort of weird longing, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good again.
We can, if we have time at the end of the night, we can definitely get a deck tech of the Jeskai Storm. It's my good friend playing it.
What's his name?
Alexander Spriggs.
Alex
The Spriggan himself. Known for making some of the jankiest, strangest, meanest decks out there. Or in the general area. Alright,
So looks like we're trying to get another matchup for you guys
in
to
the
see.
feature match area. Also, get rid of that glare, which we have declared is quite real. Should show their hands to the cam. That is a good point.
Yeah, P. Marcel87 asked that we should try to get players to show their hands in the cam.
Yeah, these modern players are fairly new to the stream, so I know he wants to run Fate Stitchers, but he does not have any right now, and he's using something quite strange as a replacement. So you'll get to see that.
Yep, hopefully.
So I'll take a look at the feature match area.
Yeah. All right, got to go down a little bit, and then we're going to go.
I feel like the lights
Just
come
gotta
in.
change the remove the name right now.
Actually, Sydney, you got to dap really quick. I'm going to steal this.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal all the cards out of it. Actually. Yeah. That's a sweet German foil.
That's going to be worth a
Vision.
shit ton,
This
knowing
is
how
mine
Sydney
now.
builds his decks. Okay.
What's the replacement? Do you know his deck list?
Oh, it was, I think Fairy Conclave?
Interesting.
Yeah,
What?
I know, obviously, let's check out the glare here. I know in the ideal situation, he would love to be running Fate Stitchers. He sort of assembled this last minute, and the Fate Stitchers are not here yet. But ever the diligent and courageous players.
I feel kind of scared. My deck is on the table.
Well, there's going to be a pretty horrible glare because 90% of the freaking cards in Sydney's deck are foils. But it's looking a little bit better.
I'm not sure what's watching it. Sure
Okay.
what's watching it.
Yeah, he's freaking out over here. You want to see?
The foils or the glare is good. All right.
Yeah, the
beautiful.
glare is
Yeah, it's much better. Yeah, ideally he wants to be running 4 Conclaves and 4 Fate Stitchers. It's not like the Conclaves was something he brought in. I misspoke. They're not a replacement. They're in the main board anyways, but they're going to have to suffice as the Fate Stitchers.
Hi, Bertha.
Bertha, 1969.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to...
Oka, blah, blah, blah.
What's going on? We're setting up the feature match area, and we're hoping to get the Jeskai Ascendancy Storm hybrid deck on there for you.
Yeah, they're using my deck to test whether there's glare.
Yeah, because in the first match the glare was real, as chat determined. Pretty difficult to see.
No, you can't have them.
Yeah, that's Sydney's deck. I'm sure if he loses that one, you could probably just rebuild it.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Camera's looking good. All right, bring it back to the booth. Let's
All
see some
right.
sexy people.
Do you want to see? Do you want to show them your beautiful lands, Sydney?
No.
Don't hide your deck from the people.
I'm going to try to find you guys another match here.
Okay.
Okay, Jeskai Storm.
Just guys. No, you cannot. You cannot have my Guru lands. I love my Guru lands.
Booth, you want to show the people your guru lands?
What?
Be a
What?
sport.
Why? Okay. Here. Let me find them.
I have some really cool planes from the Commander series. They're really pretty. Very
I only
bright.
run 4 islands and 1 mountain in my Splinter Twin deck.
I'm looking at Sydney's deck right now, and so far I don't see anything that isn't foil.
Well, Guru lands are not foil. I want them. You don't have a choice. No, thank you.
Show them.
Here. Yeah, here you go. I have no clue what's going on. Just tune in to see my son. Who's your son? Is your son playing tonight? Do you know?
Could be one of us. I'm assuming I have parents. Do you have parents?
I do.
Do you have parents?
We're my mom watching me right now.
Along with the rabbit. No. Okay, Sydney. Against your will, against your whim.
No,
your
no,
guru
that's
lands
not happening.
have
No,
been added
no, I'm
to the
not at it.
raffle
Oh,
forcefully.
and by the way, guys, tonight's raffle is just this full, beautiful.
Not just. I mean, it is just those, but it kind of diminishes the beauty that is this playset.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. I'm assuming this is... You don't have parents. Okabatu, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, there's a lot of love and magic in the Magic community, in the game itself. It's a beautiful, sort of like arcane poetry invested in little rectangles. So, 4 foil Force of Will, that would be pretty fantastic, but
I don't play
this
Force.
is modern.
Yep, this is modern. You won't get to see playsets of also foils.
Yeah.
But then again, I was talking about this Delvers. Don't forget, guys, we're raffling this out.
Courtesy of MTG Card Market, courtesy of the current modern meta, your foil playset of Delver of Secrets.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to go.
Okay.
And there's like 2 matches left, both of which are like in game 3.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be a pretty short round.
So you gonna raffle these out?
Yeah, we're going to raffle these out. All
Okay.
right.
Yay, Mark's
Let's do
back. Let's give Mark the camera.
Let's
All
give
right.
him some spotlight.
All right, guys. You take your seat. Shit.
They want to steal my Guru lands.
Why do you...
We are forcefully adding
No, we're not.
Sydney's foil guru
No.
lands into the raffle.
Well, he's got foil guru lands? I'm questioning some shit
I
now.
don't think any part of his deck.
Oh, God.
I think his deck is entirely foiled out.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so it looks like... hey, look, we got base guides in there. Hippo, thank you for following. Much appreciated.
Shout out to Hippo and Blue Volts. We didn't give Blue
Yeah.
Volts a shout out.
Blue
Thank
Volt.
you for following.
You guys are terrible
I'm
people.
sorry, Blue Hole.
Terrible people. All right, guys. So, like they said, we got some moderately played foil delvers, a full play set. We're going to give these away courtesy of MTG Card Market. Great guys over here supplying again the cards for the giveaway. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to get it going, and just to let you guys know, you guys are going to have to you're going to have to be following us to actually win this. So anybody in chat can raffle and can enter the raffle. But if I look and you guys are not you haven't followed us, I'm not going to send it to you because shit ain't free.
It's not.
All right. So
Unless you have an Aether Vial out, then it's kind of free.
nope. Even still, I'll corrosion grip your Aether Vial and say fuck you.
Oh, thanks
And,
for the full XDN Fanatic.
Thank you, Fanatic. Thank you for following. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reset that, reset this. We're going to close that one. All right, so we're going to open up the raffle. Letian, thank you for following. The raffle is now open, so you guys just need to type in, let's see. So you're going to type this in without the quotes, and you're going to be able to do this.
Mr. Manwood, thanks for following us. Thanks for
So-
the follow.
And then afterwards, keep an eye out for a PM from me, and yeah, we'll be gonna get good.
Wow.
All these people raffling.
There's a few people raffling.
There's
Few
more
people.
than a few.
That's a couple. All right, so we're gonna let that go for I don't know. How fast can you guys sing Happy Birthday?
How fast can I sing Happy Birthday?
How fast can you sing Happy Birthday?
I mean, does it have to be like
Singing?
legible? Can you actually like? I mean, I could just sort of gibber it out.
Yeah, no, you gotta. It's gotta be somewhat. It's gotta be somewhat rational or like whatever.
Let me ask you this: how fast do you want it?
I want it so fast that it just goes fast. Wait, we're doing it wrong?
How are we doing?
How are we doing it wrong?
Oh, they're
yeah.
doing it wrong.
Yeah, copy and
We're not
paste it.
doing
So it's
it
got to be.
wrong. Twitch chat's doing it wrong.
Yeah, no. So it's got to be exclamation mark raffle.
No space between the
RAFFLE. No space. Exclamation raffle. Like this. I'm gonna enter us because we're fucking awesome.
We're gonna win. It's gonna be
We're gonna win.
ridiculous. You
So
guys
it's
are all
got to
gonna
be like
sad.
that. It's got to be exactly like that. If you guys want, copy and paste that. I'll give it a quick second. Jizzo, thank you for following. Much appreciated. All right, that should be good. Is that not?
Well, that's
I'm
everybody.
hoping that's. Let me see if it.
I don't think Moobot can keep up.
User list in the raffle. I don't even know. We're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna go. All right, now sing Happy Birthday for me.
We are.
Oh,
Yep,
you
as
are.
fast as you can
Oh,
because
my God.
that's gonna be the end of the raffle.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. You gotta hurry up. Get it in. Get it in. Happy birthday to
You. Okay, sweet. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close the raffle. Let's see if bear with us, guys. This first time. So now we're gonna draw. Oh, look at that! All right, Devlock, you got it, son.
Dev Clock.
You got
it. Yeah.
Woo!
Give you a sneak peek at what's in the future.
So shoot me a PM. I'm gonna shoot you.
Just gonna shoot you.
All right.
No, I'm not shooting anybody.
Raffle. Oh, that's kind of how you spell
Congrats
raffle.
Happy birthday to you.
Very happy birthday.
Give me your address.
Not stalking.
Sweet. All right. So yeah, to Devlock, that'll be good. Guys, tomorrow night we've got another giveaway. We got another giveaway, guys.
Another giveaway
Tomorrow.
This
I like
one is
giveaway.
possibly even more.
It's a signed, foiled, altered ponder. We'll show it to you guys. We'll show it to you guys tomorrow on stream. It'll be good. I think Legos. I think you guys are having your rounds
Round
coming
two?
up.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
if one of you
reset.
guys want to go check on that, I
I'll
gotta
go.
go before I go get a ticket. But yeah. So Ryan, if you want to reset the stream, get everything, and then chat. All right, let's see, Ryan. We're gonna give you a quick chat. How many stripes are on Ryan's shirt, and are there too many? It's hurting my eyes looking at it right now.
I am an optical
So-
illusion.
Good. Yeah, so that'll be good. That'll be good. So, all right, guys.
If you guys sit really still while you guys count them, I'll try not to move so the light doesn't disturb your process. Button this up. 7? I think there's a few more than 7.
All right, I'll see everybody later.
See, are you counting the interstices? Are you counting the black stripes, the white space between them? The white actually the stripe, and then is with or without. Ooh. 1, I can't actually fathom that numeral. Over 9,000? Maybe. We have to. Well, let me give you a full 360 view. There's some on my shoulder. There's some on my collar. I don't think it's infinite. 160. That sounds like a reasonable guess. There's the back. You want to say 6,954. That sounds like you actually counted it, which is a little bit creepy. How do you give the address? You think you bought that shirt? You did buy me that shirt, actually. If you are one of my parents, Bertha1969. Dev Clock, we'll get that info for you in a second. I believe you were sent a PM that forcefully said, give me your address in all capital letters. So respond with your address. I'll have that sent out. And Sydney's back, and the news is Jeskai Storm's going to be on the future table. No Fate Stitchers, though.
No Fate Stitchers. We gotta update that score. So we gotta have Alex Briggs
Come on, move on in, Sydney.
and Joe.
Stramaglia.
He's playing the rack.
Joe with no 8-rack versus
8
Spriggs.
rack.
This is beautiful. I wanted to build 8-rack when I first got into Modern. Alexander Spriggs is the man who told me not to do it. So if 8-rack beats him, it will just be beautiful vindication. I would love that. You can cheer for whoever you want. Jeskai Storm sounds fun. Okay, yeah, Dev Collectors, definitely respond when you can. Yeah, there is some hype for this Jeskai Storm hybrid.
I'm pretty excited about it. No, I'm actually excited about Joe's the rack against Alex Spriggs Jeskai.
Yeah, I just want to see Spriggs lose to the rack, to be honest. And
we need to update the names and stuff.
update everything here on the overlay.
You can close the booth now.
Leave.
Goodbye, all.
I recognize those jeans.
Close the booth, sir.
Bye, guys, for now.
For now.
Okay.
So on the left, we have Joe playing 8-rack.
Joe Stramaglia. So that's player 1. No E in his name. I'm not misspelling it. Stramaglia, right?
Yep, and he's running 8-rack.
The rack.
The rack.
The rack. The rack.
We need to reset the timer too.
Yes, we do.
Let's fix that first.
Okay.
And live totals.
And we have
Player
2. This is Alex Spriggs. Holy crap.
What's
Osmond, did you look up the shirt on, I don't know, like Amazon or something?
What's that
That's
about?
pretty crazy. I believe, Sydney, it does have waist not in the main word, right?
Might not be in this version, but we'll see.
Okay.
He said he'd switch it up.
Slowest pile shuffle of all time. Who's? Spriggs or Stramaglia? We got player 2, deck name.
Jeskai Storm.
Timing it with a sundial. Jeskai Storm.
This is gonna be so exciting.
This is gonna be fun. Reset the life totals. Player 1 life.
I'm gonna check if the timer is started. Be right back.
Okay, thank you.
But we should reset the time.
Playset of foiled straitjackets. Well, if you made them up, they were honestly pretty convincing, and you had me move for a second. Right, Sydney, you want to help me reset the timer?
The timer is back
Here.
there. So, stop, start,
Stop,
start.
start.
There we
There
go.
we go.
And we are back.
The hype is real, folks.
So real.
See,
The best hand for 8-rack would be 1 land and all disruption. Hand disruption.
that'd be nice.
Right? 6 hand disruption, so what?
I see a Thoughtseize.
Riven's Crime. Oh, I see a Urkmox.
I'm new to the science. How many cards are normally used in these message? New to the scene, asks Blue Volts.
How many cards are normally used in these matches?
60 card main board,
Yeah.
15 card sideboard.
Yes, sir. Oh, looks like Jeskai Storm Alex Spriggs just started off with a Steam Vents, untap. He fetched with a Flooded Strand, which we can't see. Should I go out and ask?
I see the strand right over there, so he's down to 17.
Okay.
Okay.
So Alex is on a play. Yeah, okay. Need to update this too.
Okay. 2.
1 loss. Both.
Both are down a game.
Yeah.
Alright, just to give you guys an update, both players are currently down a game. And it's like first play for Alex is a Serum Visions.
Update that too. Sorry guys, we're gonna update the player's records.
Lots to update
and
here. So both.
Oh, that's yeah, that's right.
Okay. And player 1 record. It's going to be a mirror of that.
Okay,
Okay.
And we
And
have-
what else do we need to update?
this one.
Okay.
Match record.
Match records.
Oh, and right now.
Fresh start.
Yep.
0-0. And this is round 2, correct?
Yes, round 2.
Get that updated for you. Alright, turn
Ooh,
1 looks like an Inquisition. Ooh. I know we had a Thoughtseize in hand as well.
I think the Goblin Electromancer was a good pick, right?
Yeah. That definitely enables Spriggs to combo off faster. Just get more out. So I pass the turn back to Alex. I see untap the steam vents.
I didn't really get to see what's on his hand earlier.
I didn't see much. I also didn't see whether or not he kept his scries at the top or put them at the bottom.
Oh,
Another Serum Visions.
I always believe that if you keep drawing cards, the rack would not be able to catch up with that.
That is true. I know I've seen Alex's list, and he does have a decent amount of card draw, so I do think this is going to be a difficult matchup for the rack. I don't think it's going to be able to, really take him out of the game before he can combo off. And it's Pyromancer Ascension flavored, but in Jeskai flavor. He's running 4 Jeskai Ascendancy's main board. And
Sleight of hand. I didn't even get to see what he put in his hand.
no. Passes the turn. And it looks like Joe's first land was actually an Urborg. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Tap, another
Oh.
Inquisition.
Guys, if you don't know, Urborg makes all lands have the ability to tap for black mana. That's why he's
Yes.
able to tap Techage for black mana.
Even Urborg itself.
Ooh, he took the Jeskai
The
Ascendancy.
Jeskai Ascendancy. Ooh,
Ooh,
Swarm
Thoughtseize.
and a Thoughtseize.
Oh, this is going to be rough. So he has a Grip Shot and a Passing Flames. Oh, he took the Passing Flames. Flooded Strand and a Mountain. So now he has only a Grip Shot, Mountain, and
After
Flooded
2
Strand.
Serum Visions, Alex has a pretty good idea of what's on the top of his deck, and I know he kept some cards, so there's some stuff he likes up there.
He
Like a
sleight of hand
mountain.
right after the Serum Visions, remember?
Oh, that's true.
Sleight of hand.
Another sleight of hand. And fun fact, all of Alex's mountains and islands feature art that has lightning in it, because this is a storm deck, and he is a nerd.
Super nerd.
Alright.
He doesn't know.
This is a bad play. Oh, we also, Joe Thoughtseize, so his life total is down by 2.
Okay.
Let's find that.
Why would it be? Oh, he don't need to cast for that. T Marcel.
We can
7.
see chat. Satsuka Kawaii.
Hi, Satsuka Kawaii.
How kawaii are you?
Response.
We are responding.
Hi.
We're asking how kawaii you are.
Can you hear us?
Oh, we have
Joe
the
just played a
rack.
rack. Oh, let's see.
Mind Wrench? Mind Wrench?
Mind
Yeah.
Wrench, yeah.
I am loving the hatred here.
Oh, there's no. Oh, this is gonna be rough. He's gonna take 3 damage right now because there's no cards in his hand because of the rack, right?
Mhm.
So he's gonna take 3. So just update his life total. To the 14, right?
Okay.
Don't.
And we have another Thoughtseize.
Oh, another
Let's
Ascendancy.
just update his life preemptively.
16.
So the permanent that Storm has, is that a Pyromancer's
Yes,
Ascension?
it's a Pyromancer Ascension, guys. Oh,
And-
and Snaring Bridge. Joe just cast a Snaring Bridge.
I don't think...
Alex just taken another 3 life.
okay.
Down to 11. He just cast Serum Visions. Draw
Okay.
1.
Okay. Ticking up the Pyromancer's Ascension. I know Spriggs has main board. Something that's happening right now, the rack is playing right into the 3 main board dig through times.
Pass the turn. Sakura Kawaii said that prioritize record over interesting unless they want interesting. Yep, they wanted the viewers wanted to see Jeskai Storm. So
Yes.
we're giving them Jeskai Storm.
There was lots of hype for Jeskai Storm, and passing the turn back to Spriggs. Draw 1 card in hand.
Tech Edge.
Tech Edge is going to take care of the steam vents. Alright. And with the Rack and Ensnaring Bridge down, there's not a lot that Spriggs can do to combo off. It's going to be pretty difficult for him to come back.
I think Spriggs took life damage from Rack again.
Okay, so he's down to 8.
No, I'm gonna put space in 8. There you go.
There you go, center it. Alright.
Spriggs turn.
Free. Yeah, seriously, he has a ton in his graveyard. I know he's running at least 3 mainboard dig through times. Pass the turn back to Joe.
That Rack is really wrecking. Oh, Mutavault.
Moodval, and that's interesting. I know when I conceived of
What?
8 Rack, I wanted to.
Alex is playing mainboard boat.
He has 4 mainboard lightning bolts.
Interesting. I never. I mean, I always thought the Storm decks only sideboard the boats, game 2, and then mainboard the combo.
I question that as well. I'm not hugely familiar with Storm.
He takes 2.
2.
Yeah, I think the Rack is slowly killing Alex here right now, because I don't think Alex has the opportunity to really go off right now.
No. He does not have. He has 2 cards in hand. A Pyromancer's Ascension on the board. Joe is pretty healthy, sitting at 16 life.
Yes, I remember the space.
Oh, we remember Descent of the Life. Got here. Casting a Dig Through Time.
Maybe a Treasure Cruise? Does he run Treasure Cruise in the main deck?
The Dig Through Times were a replacement for
the
Treasure Cruises.
Oh, wow.
Because he wants to search for very specific pieces. Okay, putting those in exile.
And
Here we see the Dig Through Time.
And this is on his main phase, right?
Yes, and what can he find to get him out of this situation?
You know his deck better than I do. Ascendancy? But Ascendancy wouldn't do anything right
Looks
now.
like he just pulled a Grim Lavamancer.
This is game 1 right now, guys. If anybody was wondering, it's game 1.
Okay, deciding what to keep here.
I still think this is a rough matchup for Alex Spriggs, because the Rack is pretty crazy.
It is a rough matchup. It looked like Joe had a pretty good draw. Consistent removal, the Rack, and Ensnaring Bridge. And C.R. Ward made the good point that some builds of Storm run Lightning Bolt as a way to go off faster and with less cards.
Oh, that's a little yada.
Veil, and that's not going to help Alex's plight.
Put him down to 2 cards? Yeah,
Yes.
I think he has 2 cards right now. So the Rack's gonna take him down to 1 the next turn when Joe passes his turn.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's see
so Alex go down by 1. Puts him at 5 right now, guys.
And is there really anything he can find to get him out of this situation? I don't know if he has a way to remove any of those permanents that are doing the damage to him.
Right now, if he casts Electromancer, but Liliana is gonna deal with it.
And LLA Girl did make a good point. She said if he had Manamorph in his grave, he can take Manamorph and Island and activate the Ascension and go off from there. So he does still have options. It is looking a little bit grim, however. We have a Goblin Electromancer on the board. Sleight of Hand.
Triggers the Ascension.
That is true. It can go off. Necessarily. Alright, putting that one on the bottom.
So he has 1 mana floating still, right?
Mm-hmm. You can see Joe patiently waiting with his hands folded. The typical deferential posture of the Storm opponent.
Okay, Alex Spriggs just passed a turn. He had 1 red floating perhaps.
Draw to have 3.
Ah, Crucible. Whoa, that's pretty nice.
Okay, ticks Liliana up. It's gonna get rid of another card from Spriggs.
Joe just played Tech Edge from the graveyard because of Crucible. Well,
Okay.
and Spriggs just scoop, and I think they're going to game 2 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rack is pretty brutal for Spriggs, especially when Joe had a pretty decent hand. 2 Inquisition, an opening hand with 2 Inquisition, 1 Thoughtseize. And,
Yeah.
and then he had the Rack.
Yeah, that was a pretty good and consistent draw from the rack. He got the permanents he needed to deal damage. Liliana came in late game to clean up. And he just pretty much picked apart all the potential components of the combo. We're going to gonna update the match record.
They say, why did he put all 3 cards? Someone please that he can't let all the cash cards hand. It's a game loss. What did Alex do?
I didn't see what you were referring to.
I'll go check. Yeah. Guys.
Judge, guys. Sydney, do you want to go call the judge?
Yeah, I'll go call the judge.
Right. Update this. 20. And Sydney is going to check in with the judge on that. He's talking to Sherwin right now. Putting the match record up. And that is 1 to the rack.
Guys, looks like Spriggs conceded the game before he drew the cards with Serum Visions or with whatever he was doing. Because before Joe passed it, he said, let's go to game 2, and he was just looking at his cards.
Oh, okay. So he conceded the game before he drew the cards?
Yeah, he conceded the game before he drew the cards, guys.
Okay.
I went there to clarify.
And
tell a story about hobo punching.
Hobo punching.
Actually, I've never met a hobo before.
Actually, I do have a story about hobo punching. I was once at the Red Line station with a few friends of mine, and
What's
there
a
was
hobo?
a hobo is a one without. Well, okay. Traditionally, hobos and homeless people are confused. A hobo is a traveler. A hobo is one who searches for work. You know, kind of hitchhikes rides on trains.
I always thought hobo was like a nickname for, you know, people who sell sex.
No, that's a prostitute.
I know. I thought
a
that
night
was
walker,
a nickname.
a lady of the evening. So a hobo now sort of interchangeable with homeless. And I was once on the Red Line platform at Belmont, and there was a homeless man, drunk out of his mind, spinning his fists in circles, telling me that his fists were lethal weapons, and that to not call the police because his fists were lethal weapons, and if they saw his hands, they were going to arrest him. And then he kept threatening to punch all of us.
Oh, they said we misunderstood them. Okay, we'll watch him. Be right back. I'm gonna...
Sydney's going to go confer with Spriggs again to see exactly what happened so we can iron out this situation. Obviously, if there was a violation, we will be sure to get the... And we will be alerting Sherwin. And we will let him know that sleight of hand is not brainstorm. Okay, so the discrepancy is when the cards touch his hand when he is playing sleight of hand. Yes, Osmond, I believe that's what we're talking about. He played a sleight of hand, moved them too close to his hand, which is technically a game loss.
I'm back. So what's going on?
I'm assuming the situation is that he doesn't know. This is his first time playing this deck, and a lot of these cards are new to him.
Joe confirmed it was actually sleight of hand and not Serum Visions when he did the draw 2.
Okay. And it looks like game 2 he's leading off with another Serum Visions. Okay. Looks like he's going to keep 2 on top, pass the turn. Joe's going to draw. And let's see what hateful opener he has. I think I just saw Liliana flash there.
Okay, what do we have in Spriggs' hand? Lightning Bolt, Serum Visions, a Grip Shot.
Pyromancer's Ascension I see as well.
2 Island. Yeah, Ascension would be the right pick too. I do agree with Joe's.
Stall him from comboing off. Without the Pyromancer's Ascension, these individual pieces can do damage, but nothing really for them to interact with on the side of the rack. Can't get rid of the rack. Lightning bolts can tick down Liliana, but I don't know if he can do that fast enough.
It's Fairy Conclave? Oh yeah, you were telling us about the Fairy Conclave in his deck instead of Fate Stitcher?
Yeah, he's missing the Fate Stitchers, and the Fairy Conclaves are in the main board anyway.
Okay.
And Alex did shock in his first land. So he is down to 18. We see a Mutavault and a Thoughtseize, putting Joe down to 18.
I think I would go for the... Oh yeah, Joe did the right.
What did he take there?
Metamorphose. I would pick Metamorphose. Would you?
Um,
There's Lightning Bolt and Grape Shot. I don't think those can do anything much right now.
no. Rather take the Enablers. Untap Vents down to 16. Go, and then here we have the card in question, Sleight of Hands. Okay. So 2 cards separated from the pile. See what he's going to do with these. Hand, one on the bottom of the library. And I don't think Joe sideboarded in very much at all. The first game was quite successful for him. 2, Goblin Electromancer. Make the spells in hand easier to cast. Joe has a pretty hateful hand here. I know, like I said, I saw Liliana the Veil. If he's got a 3rd land drop,
Another Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize taking him down to 16.
I think Joe's stuck on land. Oh no!
Now we have the 3rd land.
Color land.
Okay. Mutavault, gonna swing with that. And that brings Spriggs down to 14.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, he does have all the Thoughtseize. It's 2 Thoughtseize in a row. So we see 2 Thoughtseize, an Inquisition, and I'm pretty sure I did see a Liliana in his hand.
Not having colored mana kind of rough.
And swinging in with the Electromancer. Electromancer is a
2/2.
So
Put
it's going
Joe's
to
to
take to 14, bringing them to even life totals.
Please.
He is being pretty systematically picked apart. The crucial components of his combo taken cruelly from his hand. Gonna play a fetch and pass, not crack it. Presumably going to
Joe,
fetch.
I feel like Joe really won that.
Phase.
It's a tap swamp.
Okay.
Tap black mana land.
Not sure what that one is. Check. Contemplating play. Tap 1.
Raven's Crime.
Raven's Crime. Getting rid of more cards. Okay. See if we have any responses from Spriggs. Yeah, the white is pretty much just for Jeskai Ascendancy itself.
Just gonna look up that land because I hardly see that land being played.
Metamorphose.
Baron Morris? Oh, might be. Thanks, Oko. Oko.
Okay, Joe continuing. See what he's got. Assumed he would have already played the Liliana if he had it.
Oh, he gains a life apparently. Oh no, wrong land. It's Baron. I think it's something else. Hang on.
So Spriggs is taking a look at it. Help us identify that land.
That is a Dathmar salvage.
Okay.
That is a dredge land.
Oh, it's a dredge land.
Dredge land, Drakmor salvage.
I
You are
don't
not
see
wrong
that
on
land
my
played
friend.
very often.
Yeah, new to me.
Talk about
Thank you,
possible
Robert Troyd.
plays.
We just figured that out. Possible plays. Looks like
Streaking Affliction.
Shrieking Affliction. That's going to do some consistent damage to Spriggs.
Spriggs has 1 card. And then
One
take
card
3
in hand.
damage.
The graveyard's pretty full. Spriggs is really looking for a dig through time here.
Sprig's going down to 11.
Yeah, and that's true. The Drakmore Salvage is gone, taken away by Ghost Quarter. And Spriggs is really looking for some card draw here so we can get more combo off. Plays a sleight of hand. The card of controversy in this situation. Taps his Steam Vents.
Oh, probing.
Taxium Probe. Take a look. Ah, I was right.
Oh.
There is the Liliana. We have another Shrieking Affliction.
That's nasty.
Not a bad hand. I wouldn't want to know.
It's gonna be rough for Spriggs. Do you think he can get out of this? No. If he dig,
he really needs a top deck dig through time, and he needs it very soon. I know it being Storm, his deck is full of cantrips. He might have to go digging for a dig through time.
Yeah, he just passed your turn. He might. I feel like he might have a dig because he has 2 mana open. He has a fetch land and the Conclave.
And yes, Ghost Quarter is pretty nasty. Drakmore Salvage as well. Let's see. How much damage is Shrieking Affliction doing to him, Sydney?
3.
Okay, the Raven's Crime returns. And it looks like I didn't quite see what he discarded there.
He discarded the Dredge land.
And the second Shrieking Affliction comes down. And how much damage is he taking total from that?
6.
6.
What? But he only if he has 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
He has 1 card.
2.
Yep.
The beginning of his upkeep, it checks, correct?
Beginning his upkeep. So he's taking.
So he is fine for now, but when that Liliana comes out, is going to keep him down. And let Shrieking Affliction wreak its havoc. Looks like he is hopefully exiling some cards to cast Dig Through Time. Choosing carefully, as I do believe his deck has some graveyard interaction. There is a ton of Shrieking. Last game it was the Rack. Honestly, if we see another damage card like that, and we have the Dig Through Time, a glimmer of hope. Okay, counting the exiled cards, make sure.
So what he really needs now is Ascendancy?
Yeah, it's something. And a helpful mysterious hand letting him know that I believe the Goblin Electromancer reduced the cost of Dig Through Time, so he had to exile less.
And this is doing his Joe's end step or his upkeep.
Yes.
His upkeep. He's doing his upkeep?
I think he's doing it at his end step.
End step. Joe's end step.
So hopefully he'll have something at the beginning of his next turn. Something useful that can help him reestablish his board state, but I don't think he has anything to deal with the Shrieking Afflictions. He's just going to have to find consistent card draw to stay above 1 card during his upkeep. But if the Rat comes out, it's going to start doing some damage. Liliana as well is going to make it pretty difficult for Spriggs to keep cards in hand.
I think Spriggs is doing Dig Through Time in his upkeep.
Upkeep?
Because that's what the guys are saying.
Should be at 5. Yes. Update that right away.
Thanks, guys.
Find an Ascension. We know he tossed 1 Ascension in the graveyard. I believe that was Thought Seized or Inquisitioned away.
Oh, he's fetching right now. So he goes to 4.
4. Let's see if he's going to take a basic or a shock.
So Ascension and Metamorphose?
Yes. Grabs a basic mountain. And we could zoom in on that mountain for you. Like I said, all of his mountains and islands feature lightning in their artwork because this is a Storm deck.
TBD2. I think he's doing his main. He did it in main phase.
Main phase, yes. Is he exiling here again for another dig?
So dig would cost 1 less card to delve because of
Goblin.
1 less, because of Goblin.
So it only needs to exile 5. Ooh.
Right, and you forgot the space.
Off center. Ooh, there we go. Centered. Beautiful. He did.
Oh, he Treasure Cruise.
Was that a Treasure Cruise?
Yeah,
Oh.
he does play Treasure Cruise.
I believe, yeah. Well, I think he wants 4-fold dig through times. He only has 3, so the Treasure Cruise is playing substitute for the missing dig through time that he would ideally have.
He needs to go
in
off
his
this
main
turn,
board.
right?
He does need to go off this
Yes.
turn.
If
Things get dangerous. We see off to the left corner near Joe's elbow, the Liliana the Veil. Whew.
oh, is this it?
Let's see what can happen. And there.
Desperate Ritual, Promise and Ascension.
So adding some mana
Desperate
to the
Raving,
pool.
sorry.
And yes, Robert Troy, that's a good way to put it. Set sail.
So he's,
Three.
oh, he passed the turn.
Passes the turn. 3, and we're going to see Liliana.
It's not because if he has one or fewer cards, Liliana is gonna make him at 1 card, and he's gone next turn, right? Oh, he has 2 cards. He has 3 cards in hand.
2 cards from all the card draw. The Treasure Cruise. Liliana is definitely complicating things. So the Shrieking Afflictions aren't going to go off. Let's see what he has. And yes, Blue Volts, that's true. It's not him slowly killing himself. It's the rack doing its work. I'm not sure what he has in hand.
Oh, I wish he can go off right now because that would save him. Slide of
Definitely
hand.
being contemplative about it. I don't know if he has a very
I can't
clear
see the
line of
card.
play.
I can't see the card.
Can't see the graveyard here.
Okay.
Oh, sleight of hand. Okay, let's see.
Ryan, you have potential. Oh.
Potential. That's great to hear coming from heavily soiled loads. That name has potential.
Gross. Stop it.
Okay. Let's see what he has. And it is true. If he doesn't go off this turn, he can't really waste anything getting rid of Liliana. She's going to do consistent work to his hand, activate the Shrieking Afflictions. Joe only has really positive cards to draw. More Hatred, Inquisition, Thoughtseize.
Sydney Heavy is firing shoots.
Yeah, shots fired.
I'm immune.
Sydney, how do you feel? Well, I'm on this side because Sydney is the player. Sydney is amazing at the game. Me, not so much. I'm just on this side so the internet can't make fun of the way I play Magic and get wrecked with my
Alright.
janky Tier 2 decks.
Needs to not to remind.
Opponent of his triggers. It's true. Was he the one who pointed out the Goblin Electromancer reducing the cost? I thought that was maybe sure when I saw a third party, a hand
Okay, then we
intervening.
have Liliana being knocked out.
Swinging there with the Electromancer and the activated Fairy Conclave. And how many cards do you have in hand?
2.
It looks like 2.
It's gonna dredge. Oh, it's nope. I think Joe got it. Joe has
Yeah,
this.
this is a very dire situation.
Unless it's a counter. No, he's tapped out. So Raven's Crime is gonna get him.
Take the 1 down.
Take the 1 down, and then yeah, pass the turn, and Alex will take 6.
That's
Then
it.
we
The
have game.
handshake and the rack doing work. It's good to see the rack win. Especially, like I said, the little personal story there.
Jeskai Storm will not have a chance against the rack because the rack just have too much hand disruption spells against. You know, the Jeskai Storm just need all its pieces in his hand, and if you just take off the important key cards, he just can't go off.
Yeah. Oh, and there we see the Surgical Extraction. Never drew that during the game, but that would have been a pretty good card to draw. I agree, the rack is gross. It is an awesome deck. I love the Hatred.
I never enjoyed playing against the rack. I play Splinter Twin, and every time I play against Joe, I feel like crap.
Yeah, we're getting a pretty good look at Joe's deck here. And yeah, what do you guys want to see? For those of you who just tuned into the stream, we've got a pretty diverse selection. We have Elves, we have Black-White Tokens, we have 4-color Delver running 4 mainboard Geist. We have a mono-blue mill deck, the rack which we saw, Tron. Sydney, did you say we had Scapeshift?
Yes, we have Scapeshift. Rock Control.
We have several varieties of pod, Kiki Pod, Angel Junk Pod with, I believe, 4 Siege Rhinos in the main board. Yeah, that is true. Ravish the Undead, which is something that I would never do. Pod plays right around rack.
I wants to see
The 4-color Delver deck.
You can pick a mid-round match. Okay, they want mill. You guys want everything. We can show everything.
Whew. Yeah, let's see.
I'm gonna see whatever we can get.
Yeah, Sydney's gonna go check what we can get on stream. All right. And it looks so far we have a vote from Mill. I don't think we have any Tez decks. I believe we have Scapeshift. I'm not positive on that. We do have Scapeshift. Several iterations of Blue-Red Delver. One where the player was very specific about telling us that they weren't playing any Monastery Swift Spears, but we're not sure what they're doing by cutting those out. We have Merfolk that was seen in the first match against Elves. Do not want to see Scapeshift. No Scapeshift. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is my favorite Super Smash Bros. Nintendo 64 character. I can 0 to death you, short hop, down air, up tilt, up tilt, up tilt, jump into you, down B, you're dead. Jigglypuff is the best. Artifact injection main pod. Scape shit. Just vote for another match. That's cool. Be general. Makes it easier on us. I would say the brewiest deck we have, aside from this Jeskai Storm, would probably be the 4-color Delver deck. That's something I'm pretty interested in seeing. We also do have Aura Hexproof, known as the dreaded Bogles. We do have Affinity as well. Nothing really special about those. Got to vote for Affinity from Nosferatu, the primordial antique vampire. That's something you don't see in Modern that I wish we could see. I wish someone would just come up with a crazy vampire brew. I have a friend who plays that. He has an odd rule, though. He kind of enforces EDH rules on himself where he only plays one of. It's a very odd vampire deck. Let's see what else we have. Tron. Mill. I know I'm interested in seeing the Mill myself. I play Standard. Obviously, Mill isn't popular right now. Hasn't been for a while. And I've never seen it in Modern. And yeah, once Sydney comes back, I will alert him that we're definitely interested in Mill. No love for the 4-color Geist. Pretty interested in that one. Because I've seen blue, red, white Delver running 1 or 2 Geists in the sideboard. But straight up 4 in the main board, I think it's pretty interesting. No love for Bogles. We had a Boggle Bro on here earlier. None of that. And by the way, I'll probably just put my face up while we're waiting for another match. Definitely seems like Mill's the most popular vote right now. Anyone against it? I do. Which version of Tron? I don't know which version of Tron.
A lot of the players are playing really fast, so there's no real match. A lot of them are in game 3 and almost done.
Okay, seems like round 2 is pretty close to closing up. There's nothing we can really tune into. Sydney, do you know which version of Tron we have? Scoot that
Green, red, maybe I saw, is that Sylvan Scrying, right? That one,
Okay.
Citral land.
I'm also seeing we have blue, red, white control. And the people so far definitely want to see Mill.
You guys want to see Mill? And
wanna
for
see Mill.
color guys, they want to see color guys.
Well, we can also check the records. How did Mill do in the first round?
Okay, Mill for game round 1. Let me find Mill. Mill didn't do well for game 1. I wonder how she did game 2. Mill play against Philip Brown, Deborah.
Do we know what Philip was playing? Be interesting to see the matchup because I'm assuming there's some matchups where Mill just doesn't do very well.
Well, if Mill play against Merfolk, no fetching there.
Millfolk.
What?
But yeah, the people definitely seem to have voted for Mill, so if we could try to get that in
Mill?
our feature matchup,
Oh, it'll be interesting.
I think that would make the people happy.
Okay, I'm gonna just give her a heads up real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, Sydney's gonna go see what he can do to ensure that we have Mill in the next matchup. I mean, it's a girl, but you only see the hands, really. I mean, yeah, true. I'd want to see Mill regardless of how it did. It's an interesting deck. You don't get to see that very often. All right, resetting the info here. That is very off center. I will fix that. That is the second player's life total. That TDB2, thank you for the follow. I'm assuming it's because of the mill hype. I think. Go for it. Test it. See. Whoo! That dreaded moment when the bathroom door is closed in a public place. You don't know if someone's in there. Sing something embarrassing, like a song about myself, or just a song that I would be like really embarrassing for me to know. Like I probably, I don't know. I used to listen to my mom's Alanis Morissette records, Jagged Little Pill. It's pretty embarrassing. Let's move this life total over here. Windows 8, you can tell jokes. What do you guys want to hear? How have you guys been doing? How have your days been? Why aren't you guys playing Modern on Wednesdays? Illa Girl, awesome to hear. Thanks for the follow. Same for Kaiju Killer. It's a pretty hefty title. I don't think there's any kaiju that I really wouldn't want to go up against any of the kaiju. Godzilla himself included. The kaiju.
I want you to sing A Whole New World.
A Whole New World?
Yeah. That's a suggestion.
Or the I Can Show You the World.
I can show you the world.
I don't know.
Shining something in splendor.
Shimmering splendor.
Shining and shimmering splendor?
Yes.
Over, sideways, and under.
That's I didn't realize the connotations of that one. Over, sideways, and under.
On a magic carpet ride.
Magic carpet. That carpet is terrifying. No handles, no rails. Interested in Legacy. And what are you playing, Legacy, Osmond? I am not very familiar with Legacy. Sydney?
I play Death in Texas.
Death in Taxes. You would play Death in Taxes.
Actually, my very first Legacy deck was Shotless Bug.
I have no idea what that is.
It's it plays Shotless Agent, the Cascade creature.
Okay.
Artifact creature. It's a blue, green, colorless, and it's 3 mana and cascades for anything 2 or less. What do you run? Then you run Tamagotchis.
Okay.
And Ancestral Visions. And it plays what else? Plays Liliana, Deathrite Shamans.
I love Deathrite Shaman.
Yep.
I got into the game just as Deathrite Shaman was rotating out of Standard, and it got banned in Modern, and I just wanted to use it in something, in anything. It's a cool card. Black, green are my favorite colors. I'm playing Sultai in Standard right now. Well, I was playing Sultai in Standard. I'm playing a lot of stuff. Death and Taxes is awesome. I'm playing Soul Sisters in Modern, and depending on how you brew it, uses a lot of the staples from Death and Taxes. Aven Mind Sensors, you can throw in some Leonin Arbiters. We discussed putting Grand Abolishers in my sideboard.
I think Grand Abolishers is sick, but
I think it's a good
I
card.
feel like it right now the meta it would die to a lot of the spot removals like Blue Red Devil plays boats, and then now they also play Electricity. But wait, Electricity doesn't take it off because it's a 2/2. Grand Abolisher is a 2/2, right? It's a
Yes,
2/2,
I believe so. 2/2. 2 white.
It's really well. You're mono white, so you don't really care about 2 whites.
Yeah. Sultai Whip. That was something I played it and then deconstructed it, got rid of most of the cards, and then it kind of exploded after Worlds where everyone was running it. But that was in an environment where they weren't timed for their rounds, and that is a very, 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 very slow deck. And TDB2, I really do hope Deathrite Shaman comes back at some point. That probably... Do you think Deathrite Shaman coming back would have an impact on the Elves brew we saw today?
Yeah, I think it would. It would make the elves well. Then again, yeah, maybe it would make the elves a lot better.
Yeah, and Osmond has a good point. It calms down Delve,
Yep, it
It's
will
true.
calm down Del.
getting rid of their graveyard.
But I don't think they'll unban Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. Relic of Progenitus.
Yeah, I do agree. LLA girl, I play Relic and it doesn't really slow Delve down very much. So
The most appropriate time I ever used Relic was the first time I played Modern. I was playing Splinter Twin. Actually, Alex Spriggs, who was on the Jeskai Storm, built the deck and let me pilot it. And I was going up against a strange Knight of the Reliquary deck.
Alex Briggs was running it.
No, someone else. He built the Splinter Twin deck that I was playing. that had Relic in the sideboard, and I was able to use it to shut down Knight of the Reliquary because that card just there's nothing in your graveyard now.
Oh. Who you were talking about? The guy you played against that played Knight of the Reliquary?
Yeah, and I had Relic of Progenitus. It was
Oh,
just very
okay.
satisfying to shut that creature down. And I like the tribal decks. Elves,
Fairies! Blue black fairies, guys!
I tried to make Minotaurs, black-red Minotaurs a thing in Standard. There are a lot of really good overlapping, I'm going to say like really, really good overlapping cards. But you have Rageblood Shaman, you have a lot of solid drops. You just swing every turn regardless. It's very easy to play. It's like the kind of like epitome of beginner deck. There's something in your hand, you kind of play it no matter what. There's not much thinking about it. You just go, 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 and go.
I feel like I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Minotaurs in
Because-
Standard.
I stopped playing Standard ever since Innistrad got rotated out.
But you're going to get back into it with me. You promised. Come on.
Yeah, and I will get back into it.
Any Standard love on the stream?
Oh.
Heard Sultai Whip mentioned. Seems like we got a lot of Legacy players. Obviously, you guys are interested in Modern if you're watching the stream.
Don't think there's any Standard plays, guys.
No Standard players?
And I love fairies. I actually played Blue Black Fairies. I brought Blue Black Fairies to one of the PDQs last season, and I did pretty okay with it. I brought it to New Jersey to play one of the side events, and went 4-0 with my Blue Black Fairies. It was pretty sexy.
Oh, Kaiju Killer is letting us know that Mina Twat. I have a friend named Mina, and I thought
Oh,
somehow you knew that and we're calling her a twat. But yeah, Minotaur. I call them Minotaurs.
My friend is also Mina.
Yeah, they're really fun. Trying to get into Modern. That's kind of where I am right now.
I agree with you, Deathlock. Standard is pretty boring right now. It's like, yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Devclock's back. I think we should probably grab the. Do we have the Delvers right now? Oh,
Thanks.
we're getting the matchups here.
So what do you want to see?
Let's see what Mill is against.
Mil, Deborah. Do you want to see Deborah
And Trevor.
and Trevor?
Do we know what Trevor's playing?
Yeah, he's playing Blu-ray Deborah with no Swift Spear.
How's that sound, guys? Mill against Blue Red Delver? Sherwin's giving us a very emphatic thumbs down, but there was.
How about you guys want to see something exciting then? Let's pick one of the higher record ones.
Mill, we're still getting the Mill love. Do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to see what's doing well?
Please, sir. I was like, why is the door closed?
Okay, what's winning right now? What's doing the best?
We have Jameson with 6 points. He's playing Affinity.
So Affinity's doing well.
We also have who else do we have? The Merfolk is doing well too.
What's Merfolk? Okay, we saw Merfolk beat Elves. Did it
we
win the
saw
second
Merfolk.
matchup?
Yeah, it did. So either you want to see Merfolk, or do you want to see Affinity? Because the other few decks are doing well right now.
We have 2 Affinity decks, right?
Yep.
I'm assuming there's not much of a difference between the 2. 3 Affinity decks?
There's a lot.
We have a lot of Affinity decks out there.
They want to see good Affinity players. Are always fun to watch. I think
You
Jameson.
just dump your hand turn 1 and then
No.
watch people cry.
So what do you guys want to see?
I won't show you Merfolk again.
Affinity. Let's show them Affinity.
Affinity? Affinity sounds good. Excited. So we have several Affinity decks. Let's search for an interesting matchup. What do we have?
Jameson.
Hey, James.
Jameson's Affinity.
Skred Red versus.
Okay. Skred Red versus Affinity, guys.
What is it?
Skred.
I don't even know what that is.
It plays Boris Reckoner. Scratch.
Oh, okay. So it's red-white?
Mono red.
Mono. Oh, right. He's dual casting cost. A little circle.
Yeah.
Bisected. Color
I'm
cost.
trying to spell this card name.
Take a look at it.
It's a red card. And maybe instant.
Skred. So we're showing.
Yes, Skred Red versus
Skred-
Affinity, guys.
Skred Red versus Affinity. Affinity's been doing particularly well.
Yes.
So how are the other Affinity players doing? You're the one who collected the names.
I wrote it here. Affinity here. Blah, 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 blah.
That's the Bogles player. We got
Matt. Matt's doing pretty well too. Is this Matt?
Seems Affinity is just Doing well all around.
Yeah, Jameson.
Affinities versus Skred Red.
Skred Red.
Okay. No Mill yet. Wasn't a particularly good matchup for Mill. Some emphatic thumbs down on it. And we've been focusing really on interesting matchups. Kind of want to show what's doing well. See, and we're gonna get rid of our faces because it looks like the match is about to start.
Flickering eyes.
Was the Drown My Sorrow a reference, perhaps? Bag, what kind of chips? TDB2. Okay, change the names up here. And who's that on the left with the badass tattoos?
That's Jameson Reeds.
Okay.
He's
And
playing Affinity.
He's the Affinity player?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then we have his opponent,
And he
Matthew.
is Jameson?
Yeah, Jameson.
Joe Jameson. Joe Jameson Reeves sounds like a name straight out of a murder mystery novel. Jameson Reeves. He is playing Affinity. And fun fact, second time I ever played Modern, I built Soul Sisters expecting to come into a meta full of Blue-Red Delver and Mono-Red Burn. And my friend here, Sydney, gave people a bunch of Affinity decks to play, so that's what I ended up playing all day. And we have...
Start the time first. Start the time first. Real quick.
Time.
Stop.
Stop. Start.
Start. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Player 2 name. Who is this? Who's this? Who's his
Matthew.
opponent?
Matthew Barbis.
Matthew Barbuccio. Mather. Barbuccio.
Do you guys see if who rolled the dice yet?
And who is Matthew? What is Matthew playing?
Skred Red.
Skred Red.
Yeah. Skred. Space
Oh, Skred based off of snow permanents. So he's assuming playing full snow-covered mountain.
Mountains.
That's beautiful. Okay, gotta make sure. Get the Skred Red cred up here. No more Jeskai Storm. It was fun. Didn't get to see it combo off. Maybe we'll be able to see that later in the night when it doesn't get picked apart by the rack.
Yeah. All these guys follow us. You guys.
Okay, and who we have? We have R4G3XP. Thanks for the follow. All right, rolls in 8 to 4s. Fist bump to start it out. It's back to the days of Demigod Revenge. Okay, and let's make sure to update the records. So has Affinity lost yet?
Nope.
Are they 2-0?
Yeah, both of them are 2-0 right now.
Okay, so we got a 2-0 match here. This is for a lot of cookies. Okay, player 2 record. Same thing. I'm pretty interested to see Skred Red.
I think
And
Affinity is pretty fast.
well, yes, Affinity is ludicrously fast in certain applications. Can you give a brief explanation of Skred Red? I know I'm not very familiar with it.
Well, Skred Red, what they do is they actually target Boros Reckoner.
We see a Nexus and what do we have there? Quite see what the Affinity player played.
Springleaf Drum.
Springleaf Drum.
And that's Blinkmoth Nexus.
Blinkmoth Nexus. Okay.
So how Skred Red work is, from my knowledge, because I
Mhm.
actually never play against it, is they play Scratch and target Boros Reckoner.
Okay.
Because then Boros Reckoner's ability is when it deals damage, because it only targets creatures.
Okay, so I didn't read that. It can't target players, so it
Yeah.
targets creatures. So use your own creature to get the damage off on your opponent.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And I
Oh,
see we have an Arcbound Ravager
by Jameson. Oh, look at those pretty foils.
and a Darksteel Citadel. 2 snow-covered mountains. Gonna lightning bolt the Ravager.
Looks like
Okay, with
tap.
tapping
Jameson's
show.
gonna respond to it.
Blood Moon. Illigral Blood Moon is a dirty card. It
Okay.
is a nasty card. It makes me sad. He puts the counter on the land, and that'll stay, obviously, when it transitions between land and
Yeah,
creature.
Jameson just used the modeler trigger and he animated the Blinkmoth Nexus so that it gets the counter from.
But that's a good play. That's something that I probably wouldn't think of if I were playing Affinity. Because those counters stay between when it switches states, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that mountain on the right a snow-covered mountain?
Yes.
Looks a little bit white.
Snow covered mountain.
Oh,
Blood
and the
Moon.
aforementioned Blood Moon comes down.
Oh, rough. This is gonna be rough for Jameson right
It's
now.
gonna be a little.
I always believe that Affinity does well because they can animate their lands anytime and beat down, even though they have no creatures. But right
And-
now, with Blood Moon on board, I feel like it's gonna be rough for Jameson. Oh, that's a.
At least he definitely will be able to cast his creatures because it doesn't matter what color mana he's pumping out. And if he has, what is the
Edge champion.
red? Well, what's the red card
Oh.
in Galvanic Blast?
Galvanic Blast, yeah.
So I mean, you got the mana for Galvanic Blast now, regardless of whether or not you get a Mox Opal. The Springleaf Drum could also Springleaf Drum could also give you that mana.
Yes.
Oh, Heliobito, don't be that way! Come on,
Mr. Matching snow covered
come
lands, guys.
on! They don't all have to
Oh.
match.
No.
What is it?
Doesn't work, cause he has 3. Yeah, I think Matthew is trying to Volcanic Fallout to try to kill the Edge champion, but but because Edge champion has Metacraft right now with Spring Dove, Edge champion itself, and Ducksteel Citadel, it doesn't get killed. 'Cause
Yeah,
pro all
if
color.
we see something like a cranial plating go down here, it's gonna go south pretty quickly for Matthew.
That's a Glimmer Void that's coming down as a mountain.
Okay. Swings
Swing for
in with
2.
the Edge champion, taking any. Don't believe he has any responses. He's all tapped out. Plays the
Oh, he's placed a Bolt Scourge.
Scourge.
Oh, and a Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf.
This
in
is pretty
Affinity.
interesting,
And
guys.
he's swinging for 2, correct?
Yeah, swinging for 2. This is pretty interesting. Affinity with Goyf in the main deck.
Down to 18.
And I think Jameson took 2 life for the Vault Scourge as well. He paid for.
Oh, he paid
Yeah.
life there. Yeah, you're right.
Correct,
He did not
mana.
tap, so we have both players at 18.
That's pretty
Okay.
interesting. Tarmogoyf. Oh, this is pretty sweet. Goyf in the main deck of Affinity. I have never seen this kind of deck list before.
Yeah, you know, I didn't. And what's the Goyf count? We have a
Artifact
bolt-
creature.
Okay.
So that's
1.
2. No, artifact and creature.
Okay.
That's 2. Instants. That's 3.
Oh, and the Boros Reckoners comes down. So what is the Goyf at?
The Goyf is at 3/4.
Goyf is at 3/4. Okay.
So that we see a Boros Reckoner on Matthew's side.
Okay, not going to be able to do too much damage with that. He has 3 snow-covered permanents. If only Blood Moon... Well, it's a Skred. Snow-covered permanents you control.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any other way for him to cheat snow permanents into this deck?
I can't tell you right now because I never really played against the deck
Mhm.
before and I never seen the deck in play. This might going to be my first time right now.
Okay.
And we see the Affinity for artifacts. He's just to
Draw
scout.
here. Like I said, if he
Top
draws
pass.
a cranial plating, things are going to go
Another
downhill
Glimmer
pretty
Void.
quickly. Another Glimmer Void.
You see that Jameson is using Guard to tap for mana with Springleaf Gem because he feel like he can't really do anything right now with Boros Reckoner in
Okay.
play.
Swinging with both of these. Protection from all colors. Won't be able to block.
So he's gonna get a lifelink from the Vault Scourge. So he's gonna go up 1, be at 19. Jameson's gonna be 19, and then here we have him playing another Springleaf Drum.
And Matthew took 3 damage.
Yes, Matthew's gonna go down.
So he goes up to 19 off the lifelink. And Matthew is down to 15, 3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, and the Goyf has grown. Thanks for pointing that out, Andy Gray. So he's up to 4/5.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. Up to 4/5. I won't see him tapping with the Springleaf Drum much more, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
What card
he
is that? He's
playing
reading. Jameson's reading.
here? I cannot identify that by sight alone. See.
What is Lifelink Blue Vault? Vault Scourge has Lifelink.
Lifelink is you
Oh,
get
lifelink.
life
Yeah.
based on how much damage that creature deals. The Vault Scourge is a 1/1, so every time it deals damage to a player, to another creature, here we see him swinging with everything, you're going to gain that life back. So he's swinging for 4, 6, 7, as he counts that off nimbly with his fingers. So he goes up to 20, and we see Matthew go down to 8, or he hasn't declared blockers yet, he's still deciding what to do. See who he blocks.
Thank you, Andy Gray. That card that Matthew just played is Cold Steel Heart.
Okay, so he's taking it with the Void. And Jameson's gonna take damage because of the Boros Sharpener? Or?
I think he's redirecting the damage to Tarmogoyf.
Okay, to make sure the Tarmogoyf is gone?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
we
swung
see
through with 3.
So
He goes up to 20. And it's down to 12. Okay, we see the Steel Overseer.
Anger
And-
of the Gods is going to take care of the Steel Overseer and the Vault Scourge here right now.
But like we said, the Etched Champion, it has its Metalcraft activated, protection from all colors. So not a bad play. The Etched Champion is going to cause trouble. Tons of these artifact lands out here, so a Cranial Plating would be pretty devastating at this point, plus the Springleaf Drums. We see an Ornithopter swing in for 2 with the Etched Champion. Matthew's all tapped out, so he's just going to take that 2. Down to 10. Okay. Let's see if Matthew has any answers. The Anger of the Gods was pretty nice. It's very difficult to get rid of that Etched Champion once it has protection from all colors. What's he putting on the stack here?
Pyroclasm.
Pyroclasm. Get rid of the Ornithopter. Okay. Pass the turn back to Jameson. Let's see what he's got. It was definitely nice to take care of that Steel Overseer.
Yeah.
Can animate the lands, put the counters on them, turn them back into lands, the
right
counters
now,
stay.
he actually can't animate the lands because of Blood Moon.
Oh, right, you're correct.
Yeah. But if Steel Overseer don't get, dealt with, it's going to make the Etched Champion a lot bigger.
Okay.
Another fun fact, if you guys didn't know, that even though Blood Moon's in play, Darksteel Citadel is still an artifact land.
Oh.
Even though it's a mountain.
True. And speaking of the Etched
Oh.
Champion, he's swinging for 2. Is that a Thundermaw
That
Hellkite?
is a Thundermaw Hellkite, guys.
Okay, swinging in for flying, and he is a 4/5 or 5/4?
5/5.
5/5. Okay, so he's
I think
Jameson
Jameson has a respawn.
has a response. Galvanic Blast. Card we mentioned before.
I think he's targeting. Yeah, he puts Matthew to 4,
Okay.
and
Just
then Jameson
targeting
takes
him
5.
directly.
Yeah.
Jameson's down to 15. Thundermaw. Okay,
Oh,
they're gonna
okay.
scoop here. Game 1 against Affinity, pretty difficult. Usually your strategy comes out in your sideboard plan. If you're lucky like me, you draw a Stony Silence in your opener, and you try not to smile. Okay, update this.
I feel like being all red, they might have a lot of sideboard. Like they actually will have a lot of sideboard cards. Shadow Storm is one of them that Skred can bring in against Affinity. Shattering Spree would be another good card against Affinity. as
Red
well.
has a lot of artifact hate.
It does actually. Shattering Spree, Shadow Storm. I don't know if he would bring Ancient Grudge. If he actually has, no, I don't think Skred would bring Ancient Grudge. Either Shattering Spree or Shadow Storm most likely. I can't think of. There's another card with Overload. It's from Return to Ravnica. Do you remember that card? It's 1 mana and I think it destroys any artifact. And then if you overload it, destroy target artifact you don't control, and then Overload destroy all artifacts you don't control.
Well, we'll see what he has. I'm not sure he's sideboarding, specifically for Affinity, but let's give a shout out to DMBCGK. Thanks for the follow. And UtX Shiro, greetings to you as well, my friend. And TDB2, good point. Need some indirect damage to kill the champion. But still protection from-
LA Go just told us Venoblast, the one I'm talking about, the one that overloads. Yes, Venoblast. Thank you very much. I think Venoblast would be another good card against Affinity.
Yeah, and I feel like he had that Anger of the Gods in the main board. Probably doesn't have many more than 2.
I think he will cut. I think he might cut Volcanic Fallout. I don't see Volcanic Fallout being very.
I thought the Anger of the Gods was a pretty useful card. A lot of times I know Affinity comes out with just a bunch of small drops, and you're searching for an Etched Champion, can't find it, so you can get rid of everything pretty early.
Okay, I take that back. Volcanic Fallout is actually pretty good against Affinity. Because if Jameson gets to animate his lands and Matthew respond, Jameson and animate and attack, and Matthew were to respond and cast Volcanic Fallout, it would take out all Jameson's lands. Like then because it's an instant.
Mhm.
Volcanic Fire is a 2 red and 1 instant spell which cannot be countered and does 2 damage to all creatures and all players.
And yeah, we Monday and Thursday every week for Legacy, and Modern now on Wednesdays. And TDB2 says Skullcrack's damage cannot be prevented. Clause cancels pro red when it comes to applying the damage.
Interesting.
I'm not.
No, but Skullcrack doesn't target creatures. It's a target player.
But you're saying you can redirect the damage. Could you redirect damage from Boros Reckoner to get rid of the Etch Champion? Or is the damage still being dealt from the Boros Reckoner as a source, which is red?
So it's still
colored.
red. So it's still gonna not be able to kill Edge Champion TBD2. Because Skullcrack is only target player.
Yeah, if you guys can come up with some good ways to get rid of Etch Champions, I would love to hear it. Because... Oh, Skullcrack plus Pyroclasm.
Oh, he means Skull. Okay, yeah, I didn't see the first part.
Okay, and how would that work then?
So he was Skullcrack. I gotta look up Skullcrack again. Okay, Skullcrack says it's a red and
Take this Goyf
1.
counter off.
Skullcrack is a red and 1 instant. Players can gain life this turn. Damage can be prevented this turn, and Skullcrack deals 3 damage to target player. You're right. I think that will work. Skullcrack damage cannot be prevented because any damage can be prevented. So it will negate that pro red.
All right, players checking out their opening hands, and Jameson looks like he's thinking about it.
What do you think Jameson would bring in against Matt?
You know, I don't know. I feel like Affinity's regular game plan is not too bad for this
look at
matchup.
that.
See that hand barf in the beginning. To Matthews 1.
Okay,
Snow
he's going
covered
down
mountain.
to 18 with the WUBRGxyz there.
Okay.
Oh man, this is the sweetest
life.
hand for Affinity.
1 life. And to think, I thought he was close to mulliganing. Down to 18, paying for the Vault Scourge.
A bolt from Matt on the WUBRGxyz there.
Takes care of that. You still got 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts in play. Etch Champion would be pretty hard to get rid of at this point. What else might the Affinity player have in hand? I feel like if he had something else, something small, Ornithopters, yeah, that foil Mox Opal. I'm sure you have some of those, Sydney, right?
I do.
Oh, I got the shit kicked out of me by those.
Ooh, Ravager.
Arcbound Ravager, that's a nice card to pull right now.
A 1 from Jameson Reeves to Matt. So Matt's going down to 19.
19.
He passed the turn. I feel like we're gonna see a Blood Moon right now.
I hope we see a Blood Moon. That would be pretty nice from Matt. It slowed down the game plan of Affinity. He couldn't activate those lands to attack.
Oh, a Cough.
Cough of the Hammer. I'm going to have to look that one up. I'm not familiar with his abilities.
Cough of the Hammer can make mountains into...
How close are you,
creatures.
Vizigs, to pulling down your pants right now? For what reason? Are you preparing to defecate?
Okay, Cough of the Hammer is 2 red and 2. First ability, +1, untap target mountain. It becomes a 4/4 rate elemental creature until the end turn. It's still a land. And then second ability is -2. Add red to your mana pool for each mountain you control. Third ability, -5. You get an emblem with mountains you control have. Tap this land, deals 1 damage to
Oh,
target player.
we're wanking it over the foil Mox Opal. Well, I mean, Sydney, do you have your Affinity deck with you?
No, I don't.
And so he chump blocked with...
Nothing.
Didn't take any. Did he take the damage?
I think. Wait.
Saw him put something into his graveyard after that.
He took the damage.
Okay, so he is down to 14. Alright. Yeah, but if Sydney has his artifact deck here, and you are willing to pull down your pants, we can show you several foil Mox Opals.
No, thank you.
With you. We've got, I think you missed the foil... Oh, and by the way, thank you for the follow, the Zigs. I think you missed the foil Guru lands.
What?
The foil Guru lands that we have.
Jameson just animated the Ink Moth Nexus, and
Okay,
he's
how much
going
is he swinging for?
Alpha. So wait, Jameson's
1, 2.
activating another ink moth. So he's activating the second ink moth to the Ravager to make it bigger.
Okay, and so how much is he swinging for? 2, 3.
3 damage and 1 poison.
3 damage, 1 poison.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he goes down to 16. And poison. Get that up there.
Blood Moon's out now. Shuts down all those manlands.
Oh, Blood Moon is out. That's a great play. Swinging in again for, looks like 3. Tapping the Mox Opal, sacking it, swinging for 4 now.
Wait, can Jameson do that? Oh, he's doing it in response to Blood Moon.
Oh, okay. So
Place
trying to
okay.
get some value out of his cards before he has to get rid of them. Alright.
I think that was a pretty good play from by
So how much he's
Jameson.
swinging for 4? Swinging for 4,
Not
so he's
yet.
down to
12?
12. With 1 lonely poison counter. See a bolt, where's that going? Headed toward the...
Jameson's just gonna sack
Sack
it
it
and
in
make Ravager a
response.
lot bigger.
Ravager really gives you a lot of value out of your
He
artifacts.
still takes 4.
Yeah, it doesn't really modify the damage there, still taking 4.
Thanks for the follow.
Epic fail. Thank you very much. Alright. And we have just that basic island there, so it's not adding anything to Affinity's board, really. Untap. Jameson's turn. Glimmer Void. And I see, I believe, a Vault Scourge in hand. Tapping 2. Playing that Vault Scourge, so he's not going to pay with life this time.
Jameson's swinging again, and
Swinging
I think
for
he's gonna bolt.
4.
Oh, he's gonna scratch. Does 3 damage for each snow-covered mountain.
Oh, the namesake of the deck. Skred is here. Again, he ideally wants to use Skred to deal a ton of damage directly to... Oh, he's just going to sack in response. Oh, and he has another Skred to respond to his response. Do we know if Jameson has any in-soul artifacts? I know it's become, usually Affinity players, I've seen them adding 1 or 2 into their main board.
No, I can't tell you that because I
Okay.
don't really know his list very well.
He's gone. The counters got moved over to the Vault Scourge.
So it's a 6/6 right now, the Vault Scourge.
And that has lifelink, so it's going to be pretty difficult to race at this point.
I wonder if Matt has anything to
He used 2 Skreds.
for the Ravager.
Yeah, I doubt he has a whole lot more removal. And again, yeah, that's why he uses the Boros Reckoners to redirect the damage, hits his own Reckoner, then redirects the damage to Jameson.
Yep,
So
that's how Scratch works.
Yeah, so that's, like I said, the Artifact's game plan is taking Matt off of his game plan, putting him on removal. You see he's swinging in with the Vault Scourge.
Is Matt gonna take it?
Shuffling
feel
through
like
his
he-
hand for responses. Like I said,
I see a Pyroclasm in his hand. And
this is a Wednesday stream, saturated Wombat. This is modern, and right now we have Skred Red versus the dreaded Affinity.
looks like Matt's contemplating on something. He might have a removal in his hand.
Contemplating a response here.
Okay, I see a Bolt, Pyroclasm, and maybe a Gut Shot.
Okay.
So-
So with that, he could get rid of the Vault Scourge.
No,
Okay.
Vulcan's is 6/6.
6/6?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bolt's 3 and Gut Shot's 1.
Yeah, and even at this point, if he just takes all the damage, throws it directly at Jameson, he's not going to be able to erase that Vault Scourge.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
conceding.
there we go.
We have to concede.
We have the handshake, and Affinity
James-
moves on again, and he had the Galvanic Blast.
So that was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Yeah.
So just discussing possible outcomes. We saw the Bro Fist early in this match, assuming these guys know each other. You don't just Bro Fist
Man,
strangers.
that was pretty sexy
That's not
to
something
see.
you... Yeah, that was.
I mean, just watching Jameson just vomiting his hand.
Yeah.
Second game was pretty nasty.
Yeah. I agree, Ziggs. Affinity has been looking pretty good. I lost to it a lot. It's almost impossible. You know what's interesting? We didn't see a single cranial plating.
Oh,
This entire
Yeah.
Are those thought seasons?
those are thoughts. I think he bring in the games just to get rid of the Boros Reckoner.
Probably, because if you take out the Boros Reckoner, does Skred Red really have a backup plan? I mean, is it like Splinter Twin where they're fearing your combo, but you can sort of play around it and turn it into a beatdown deck with lots of burn and some control elements?
I want to say maybe they play Blasphemous Act.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I've never seen Skred Red before, so I don't know what to say on that one. I mean, he only pulled the Boros Reckoner once. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see Skred Red again. See if he can have a better match
I'm
next
gonna
time.
go out and see if I can get you guys another match. More Magic, more gameplays.
Yeah, what do you guys want to see? Again, for those who just joined up, we have just some unorthodox decks. Of course, we got Blue-Red Delver. We have these Affinity decks. We have some Aura Hexproof. But we also have 4-color Delver that's running 4 mainboard Geist. We have pretty much every conceivable flavor of pod, the most interesting being Angel Junk Pod. Yeah, it would be pretty interesting to see a Skred list if you want to send me
I'm
that.
just gonna see if I
Ziggs.
can give you guys Mill. Be right back.
Mill next. Okay, we'll see what the matchup is. That was a pretty quick match. We might be able to shift it over, move some players over to the feature match because Affinity, as it tends to do, wrecked pretty quickly, and we still have 25 minutes left in the round. So I'd say a lot of the players are probably just starting game 2. We have the Jeskai Storm that we saw. It'd be interesting to see that one again. It got picked apart pretty early by the rack, just taking away its combo pieces. What we haven't seen, and what no one has shown any love for, is our black-white tokens decks. We have 2 black-white token decks here. We saw Elves early on. We have Tron. I'm going to have to ask Sydney what flavor of Tron that was. He wrote that down somewhere. I agree, Groovy Vibes. Let's see something else. The Mill, if it gets a good matchup. Because we don't really want to watch Mill feed Blue-Red Delver its treasure cruises. And again, I'm interested in this Blue-Red Delver where the player was very specific about telling us that it had no Monastery Swift Spears, because we don't know why they would take out the Swift Spears, what they're substituting, if they just didn't have Swift Spears. Hobo punched them and took their Swift Spears. Yeah, so we've got shown some interest in Tron.
Okay, I couldn't get Mill. We're still playing.
Okay.
Third game. We have Scapeshift versus Bogles.
Scapeshift versus Bogles. How does that sound? We have my friend here who introduced me to Bogles in the most hateful, violent, and disgusting way.
Okay, right now we're
Clapping at the mention of Bogles.
Okay, we're gonna have Matt versus Matt.
Matt versus Matt. I mean, we could do it for that alone.
Matt Dawson is playing Scapeshift versus Matt Colender playing Bogles.
Bogles versus Scapeshift. Zig says he will take Scapeshift versus Bogles. Overkill Elixir. Okay, and we're switching it over here.
Oh!
We have, and let's quickly update this information while he puts down his abstracted Superman playmat. Holy crap, that's pretty cool. Lights in, I promise, at some point in the night, we're gonna get
Black
know.
Sleeves is Dawson.
Okay.
Dawson, so you know which Matt.
Okay.
That's
Dawson.
the first name.
Matt Dawson we have on the left, and that's the Scapeshift player?
Yep, that's the Scapeshift. Matthew Dawson.
Okay, so we have player 1.
Thanks,
Matt-
Sherwin.
Matt Collins.
Thank you, Sherwin. That's Matthew.
Dawson.
Yeah, seriously, that playmat. Like I said, some kind of funky, abstracted Superman done with like swift brushstrokes. You really feel the passion of. Well, Groovy Vibes. Why are playmates daft? What makes one daft for employing a playmat? Hey, thanks, Manbowful. Thank you. Thank you, and I'd love to meet you sometime. Legacy commentator. That's a format I know next to nothing about. So if you want to inform me on the ways of Legacy. Yeah, I don't have a playmat, but my cards are collecting, or my sleeves are collecting dirt pretty quickly. And that's not very fun. I bought some white dragon shields, and dear God.
And right now they're going to game 3, guys. The Bogles versus Scapeshift. They're going to game 3.
Oh, yeah, right. I didn't realize. Okay, we have. Oh, so they're 1-1 right now?
Yep, they're 1-1
Oh,
right
that's
now.
exciting. And okay, the big thing about Bogles is your opening hand. Do you have the Boggle? Do you have the Glade Cover Scout? With the other hexproof creature? You can keep for Core Spirit Dancer. If your opponent doesn't have removal, Jesus Christ, the Core Spirit Dancer grows out of control so ridiculously quickly. It comes down turn 2, turn 3, it's like 8-8, turn 4, you're done. You're done. Unless you have removal, then you can kind of play the game out, wait till they waste a bunch of enchantments on it, and then boom, blow it up. They lose the enchantments. But yeah, we're going to see Bogles here. Let's move this life counter over. Pauper is a format I have not tried, and I would be interested.
Here we see Dawson mulliganing. He's going down to 6 right now.
Okay, and did Bogles keep?
Yeah, Bogles cap.
Whoo! That's, I mean, he's probably got one of his 1-drops in there. I mean, presumably some enchantments. And
2 Sakura Tribe Elder negate. I see a Steam Vent in Dawson's hand.
okay, and I'm really not familiar with Scapeshift. I've never come up against it in one of these tournaments.
Then this is going to be pretty interesting for
This
you.
is going to be interesting for me. So did he...
Oh, no turn 1 creature from the Boggle player.
Okay, so we played that tapped. They both play that tapped. I see a Daybreak Coronet. I do see a Core Spirit Dancer. So I think he kept a very explosive hand with the Core Spirit Dancer.
Thinking that Matt might have sideboard all his spot removals.
Possibly.
I mean, Dawson might have sideboard all his spot removals.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to call them Matthew. Yeah, Shift probably does have an anger in the side. But God, that Core Spirit Dancer is going to get out of control so quickly. And I really think what Collender did here is he kept an explosive hand if he does have the Core Spirit Dancer. Because by turn 3, that thing's going to be ridiculous. If he has a 3rd land drop, he could play Ethereal Armor. Yep, he has the Core Spirit Dancer. I'm assuming next he's going to play an Ethereal Armor. And then top that off with... do you want to go tell Matt to use Matt so we can see...
Yeah, I'm going to tell Matt to...
Tell him to inform him to stop and smell the Lotus. I'm assuming we're going to see an Ethereal Armor followed up by a Daybreak Coronet. And then it's going to be... Well, it's going to be big to say. We see a Hyena Umbra. So that's going to pump it up. If it resolves, he's also going to be able to draw a card. That is the other great thing about the Core Spirit Dancer is the surprising amount of cards it generates. Especially when you're playing all these 1-drop enchantments, you're just refilling your hand, and it just grows and grows and grows and grows. The Ethereal Armor multiplies the grow. Its own passive makes even pretty cheap or not really powerful enchantments into powerful. Pretty powerful enchantments.
Oh, did he cast the totem? Negate. Do we go to see... Yes, we got to see the negate.
Okay.
But he still draw the card.
Yeah, so that trigger still goes, draws the card. And he has 1 green mana up, so maybe a Rancor, Keen Sense.
Spider Umbra.
Spider Umbra as well.
Rancor!
Rancor we see, so that's +2/+1, and then +2 because of the passive,
Yeah.
so it's already at...
A 4. 4.
Should be at 4. I think he's just using that to
4, yeah.
keep track of the counters gained from the passive. You see a Wooded Foothills.
No, thank you, man. Bowful.
Yeah, thank you, Man Bullful. Mono Black Chittering Rat Pauper. That sounds like something I'd want to play. I love really janky decks. I want to do Black Red Rat Discard in Modern. Goes down to 19. Let's check if he shocks before we change that life total. It's going to shock that in.
Yep,
go
down
to 17. Yeah, I agree, Cynacious. Core way too good. If you don't have very quick removal, it's ridiculous.
This is gonna
and
be
we
so
know,
bad.
I saw his hand. He has a Daybreak Coronet, so that's gonna get pretty ridiculous pretty quickly. Vigilance, Lifelink, First Strike.
Watch this.
That's the thing is, like I said, I play Soul Sisters. There's some token generations, kind of the backup plan.
Spirit Link, sweet.
Spirit Link, so 4 from that, +2 from the Rancor. And what does Spirit Link do?
It gives it's like lifelink, but every time you do damage, you gain life.
Oh.
So he's gonna swing in for 4, 5, 6. So Dawson is gonna take 6 damage, and
Go down
then
to 14.
Calendar is gonna gain 6 life.
So he's going up to 23.
Yeah.
7 color Affinity Scapeshift in Modern. Do it. Bring it. Do it. You won't do it. No balls.
Okay, what did Dawson draw? Okay, he's gonna play an Iron
Yeah,
Lord.
you better Cryptic Command and bounce that hoe. He's done. You pass the turn.
Yep.
All right. We see Matt untapping. Draw.
This is game 3, Synacious.
And you see he's got a ton of gas because of the Core Spirit Dancer's passive. Every time he lays an enchantment down on that, he's drawing. There's the Ethereal Armor. Multiplying it because it +2, +1 from. Oh god, this is getting out of control very quickly. And I have to think we're going to see the Daybreak Cornet unless he's playing safely in case Matt has removal.
Because he has full mana open, he might have Cryptic Command, but I don't think I saw the Cryptic Command in Dawson's hand.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. He might be playing it safely, saving the Daybreak Cornet for a backup plan in case one of his creatures is gone.
Okay, swinging in.
Swinging in. So let's count this. So it's at 6.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage total from the Core Spirit Dancer.
Okay.
Oh, and Dawson's taking 11,
So he's going to go down to 3.
which would put Calendar at 34.
So 11. Yeah, 34.
He's playing a Blade
See, it's
Counter
really
Strike.
sad when you play Soul Sisters or Martyr Life Gain, and then you see Bogles and they gain life better than you.
Triggers.
And here we see his 1-drop Hexproof coming down, the Glade Cover Scout, putting a Hyena number on that, making it even more ridiculously difficult to remove.
This might be over from Dawson.
We might see a handshake pretty soon on this one. Scapeshift. It's best of 3. If good housekeeping.
How many rounds do you?
Oh,
guys...
rounds do we play? No.
4 rounds tonight. Good
4
housekeeping.
rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
He's
Breeding
fetch and
pool.
shocking, so he's gonna go to 1. Matt Dawson's gonna go to 1.
Okay. Well, I think he's pointing out. Wasn't he just at 3?
Oh.
Yeah. That might have been a miscalculation. Maybe he's okay.
Wait.
I'm gonna assume we miscalculated by 1 on the Core Spirit Dancer.
So
then
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 damage. Yeah, he was at 14, so we should be down to 3. 1. Yeah, I really don't. I also don't think he has an answer here. So we know we took at least 3. So he's probably at 1 life here. If we miscounted the triggers, because I made you promise me that
Yeah,
you
he
were
did
gonna,
11. He was at 14.
Yeah, and then the Spirit. 2,
I'm
4,
gonna
6,
check that.
7, 8, 9.
Oh, maybe that
10, 11.
breeding pool was in shock, right? He did shock the breeding pool.
Oh, he might. Did he play it at the end
Yeah,
of?
he did. 9 shock. Hey. I'm gonna double check.
Yeah, that's a good game plan, King. Because honestly, I would probably do that if I were playing Bogles, because like 90% of the time I do just want to kill myself. And there we see the handshake. You see the handshake. So
Yeah.
regardless of shocking in, fetching, it's done. It's done. That's the nature of Bogles. We saw Gaddock Teague there. It's a pretty hateful card that Bogles.
I wish my
runs in sideboard.
Scapeshift game was that good on last Sunday's match. I played against Scapeshift and I was running Bogles and I lost to Scapeshift because apparently I forgot that Engineer Explosive also take out all my other enchantments. I thought, I forgot that Totem doesn't protect all my enchantments, just my creatures. So I was like, oh, Daybreak Coronet,
Yeah.
and then he blow everything up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oops, I lost everything.
And Bogles did get it. And what's Matthew's record? He's 2-0?
Yeah, they're all
They're both
2-0,
2-0?
but now
Matthew
Calendar
comes
is
up to
gonna
3-0.
go- yeah, 3-0.
And yes, there we go.
Bogles.
Shout out to Jack Bransky, the man who introduced me to Bogles, smiling devilishly at me to rub it in that he kicks my ass every time with the same frickin' Bogles deck. You see, showing each other the boards, got a dig through time on the Scapeshift. Oh, Bogles with the Path to Exiles. Rest in peace, presumably in response to that dig through time we see. Gaddock Teague. It's a pretty hateful card.
What would he bring? What did he bring in? He took out. Oh, he did took out the spot removals, but he brought in the Pyroclasm and the.
You know, the 318-wheel, the 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler. I'm not sure what his Scapeshift build is.
He said rug control. From what I remember, when I talked to Dawson earlier this evening, he was telling me he's playing rug control Scapeshift version. That's why I think that's the reason why he has negate.
Okay.
Yeah, I do agree. Negate seems fine to have in the board.
Oh, it got rid of one of the enchantments.
Yeah, it got rid of was it Rancor? No,
Yeah.
might be Rancor.
I
Just
feel
one of the
like
enchantments.
Dawson might have been expecting a Boggle drop or a Glade Cover Scout, and that in that situation, you can slow it down. The Core Spirit Dancer is just too ridiculous. You can't slow it down. The Boggle, you bounce a few enchantments, get rid of them. Hopefully you catch a Daybreak Coronet and send that away, and you can really slow their game plan down. But the Core Spirit Dancer grows out of control. And like I said, we saw Matt keep a hand of 7, and it was just really explosive because it had the Core Spirit Dancer and then a ton of enchantments. We could. What decks have been seen? Is there any way for the Ziggs? Is there any way for you guys to be able to get us their hands, or is that infeasible? I suppose we could discuss that with the players.
What,
But we
show
wouldn't-
their hands?
It's a little bit difficult. We could ask them to, I suppose, show it to the camera. I don't think it's unfeasible. I just don't think there's all of these players is the first time they're being put in this situation as well. So definitely that's something we want to work on in the future.
Yeah.
And yes, we're gonna have one more round.
One
tonight,
more
right?
round to go. Yep. Once and Forever King, you asked what decks has been seen that we have seen Merfolk, Mono Green Elves, Mono.
Well, it was it
with Breeding Pool. Mono Green with Breeding Pool.
enabling the Island Walk of Merfolk.
Yeah. We've seen Affinity, and Skred. What else have we seen?
In the feature matchup, I think that's about all we saw. We saw the Merfolk playing against that. But here, we saw Jeskai Storm.
Jeskai Storm.
Groovy Vibes, some Skred Red or Black-White tokens. I'd like to see Black-White tokens as well, because that's the most off-meta.
We already saw
deck I've
Skred's
heard of.
Groovy Vibes on round 3.
But he wants more Skred, because he
Skred.
can't get enough Skred, because he...
What did we
Skred
see?
until
Oh,
he's-
Jeskai Storm against Jeskai Storm was playing against
8-rack. We saw 8-rack.
8-rack, yes. So those are the decks we've
Mill.
seen so
Okay,
far.
guys, one last round. Do you guys want to see people in contention for 4-0? Or do we want to see one of the off-meta decks, Black-White Tokens or Mill? Because Sherwin's making the announcement right now that we're moving. We've got a few minutes left until the next round.
Yeah, we do have a American Control deck out there. I want to say I might not know if he's... Well...
I don't know. Let's see who was at 3-0.
So we had the Affinity, we had the 2 Matthews that were 3-0 as well.
Okay.
That's them.
Well, let's check on the status of Mill. What's Mill's record right now?
She's not doing so hot tonight. She was saying that she got wrecked by Affinity,
Okay.
and the last deck. Oh, she was playing against a green-black zombies deck.
Green-Black Zombies. Okay.
She
So
got-
let's see. What's in contention? What's 4-0?
What's 4-0? What's 3-0?
Oh, well, it's 3-0. What's has the possibility of going 4-0? What do we got?
Affinity,
Affinity?
Bogles.
Bogles. I'd like to see Affinity versus Bogles,
Oh my
actually,
God.
just to see that kind of ridiculous race. Because Bogles, that's one of the decks where you could theoretically actually go up against
Bogles
an
is
edge,
so...
not an edge champion, but you could go up against one of their like triple cranial plated creatures.
Oh, shucks.
You could really go against it.
There's a Tron. Yes, there is a Tron. It's a green red Tron, if I'm not wrong. Don't
Okay,
quote me
so-
on it, please.
We have Bogles is doing well. Affinity's doing well.
Do you guys want to see our pretty faces? No.
Mill is not. Let's bring the booth back up. Mill is not doing that well, unfortunately. The Jeskai Storm kind of fell off. I'd like to check out where 8-rack is, because I love that.
Red won the last game, but he lost game 1, so I wonder how he did game 3.
Want to go do some investigation?
I'll do some investigation.
All right, Sydney's gonna go investigate, see how people have done. Checking out the sort of more obscure decks that we've seen. Like I mentioned, 8-rack, which is a deck that I'm very interested in playing. It's something I wanted to build.
full-color Delver.
Yeah, what about the 4-color Delver, guys? Running 4 Geists in the main board. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, let's see. I don't think Sydney wrote down Twin, but I know we have it out there. Yeah, Black-White Tokens is something I'm interested in seeing. No, I know, it's not great. Fortunately, in its second matchup, it got a combo deck, so it kind of just and it got a lot of hate really early. So it just picked apart the combo pieces, and there was really not much the Storm deck could do to come back from that. I'd be up for the 4-color Delve as well. We're going to see how they're doing. I haven't actually checked in to see what their record is. But we know Affinity's doing well. Elves lost the first match. So, okay. I'm not sure what else we have out here. I'd love for black-white tokens to be doing well. I'd love a black-white tokens mirror match, because that would be some ridiculous combat. I'm assuming the Elves didn't fare very well after its matchup. Merfolk might be doing pretty well, and it is the lone. There's one Merfolk deck, just one. He beat me. He beat me the first time I ever played Modern. I had a Pestermite flashed in on his turn. I had Splinter Twin in hand. He had one card. Just one card. I had 4 mana. He had lethal on the board. I had to go for the combo, and the one card he had was a Spell Pierce. It was fun anyways. That was my first time playing Modern. So obviously it was also my first time piloting Splinter Twin. And holy crap, it was pretty difficult to sort through all the decisions that I can make. It looks like Tron is pretty popular. We'll check the record though. There's also seems like some people are wanting to see who's in contention for 4-0. So hopefully we get lucky. Some serendipitous action going on, and we've got Tron, and it's doing well, and it's in contention for 4-0. The zombies would be great. That's the first mention I've heard tonight of the green-black zombies. I'm a huge zombie player. Before I knew really what Magic was, and I just collected the cards, I always wanted the zombie cards, and I wanted to do a deck with Death Baron. Death Baron pumps up your zombies and your skeletons, +1/+1, and Death Touch, and I really like the idea of Death Touch and Regenerate, because I thought everything was combat-centric, creature versus creature. I didn't understand the extent of combos and sorceries and instants and other things you could do besides creatures. I feel like it's a fairly typical mindset of people who begin playing Magic. They're like, hey, the biggest creature I can get is the best. And zombies, to me, I just like the idea of having an unkillable army. Anything but another Delver, I'm fine with that. I'm pretty frustrated because I built Soul Sisters expecting to go up against a meta that was just replete with Delver and Burn, and I ended up going against Affinity twice. And one of the Affinity decks was built by Sydney, and it was just really disparaging, getting my ass kicked while staring at like these ridiculously expensive Mox Opals. And he drew 3 cranial platings in a row. I was almost able to race, and then that just destroyed me. Enemy 1G, shout out to you. Thank you for following. If you've been following the stream and you've heard all the unorthodox decks we have, put your voice in. Put your voice in the arena. See what we want. Young Sid is out there. He's checking out how well people are doing. Grimgrin. Oh, is Grimgrin the guy? You have to sacrifice something to untap him so he can attack. But he's low cost. He's really powerful, I think. Oh, the Gravecrawler. Yeah, I'm assuming he's the sack creature then, because you sack the Gravecrawler comes back. And yeah, I was going to do, when I did zombies, I was going to do black-blue, which is why I'm interested to see black-green zombies. I'm assuming there's some self-mill in there. The 4 is it doing well?
It's 2 in 1.
2 in 1? I think we want to see something that has a contention that's like 3-0.
3-0. You guys want to see 4-color or something that has contention?
4-color Delver is something that has contention.
4-color Delver with black and white.
4-color Delver, for reference, is 2-1 right now. Do we have any idea what is in contention? I'm assuming Affinity. Affinity was
Affinity and Bogles.
We know Affinity and Bogles went 3-0. Do we want to see if Bogles can win it all?
Bogles player just...
Yeah, we just had the Bogles player in here. Seems like a total asshat. No, I'm just kidding. Really nice. I just hate Bogles. I hate it so much. It's just there's nothing I can do against it.
It doesn't say, huh? I was wondering how many people...
Ooh.
Roll the die? Because, How do we do this?
Oh crap! How do
I
we?
wonder if Mark is around. Mark, are you there?
Sakura kawaii.
Sakura kawaii.
Onegaishimasu. Can you tell us how to roll the die? Want to text him? See what we do?
Maybe he's here. No,
Contention. I see a lot of people agreeing on contention.
contention.
Black white tokens. I do want to see black white tokens.
You know why I say the full color deck? Because he asked if we could put him on feature. So I'm like, how do we do with that?
Yeah. You know what? There is
Thanks for the follow, Dark Loki.
Dark Loki. Groovy Vibes followed as well. Thank you very much, my friend. Tokens. How is Tokens doing? We have 2 of the decks. Are they
Actually,
either
one of the token deck swapped his deck out to play
what?
green black zombies.
Oh, that's what happened. One of the Tokens deck became zombies. I feel like there's a narrative there. I feel like there's a fantasy story surrounding that decision. Because Tokens usually plays a lot of humans, you know, from the board with humans. They
And then it turned to
become
zombies.
zombies. Something around that. But yeah, Groovy Vibes, the mixed race tokens representing racial harmony. You know, the true power of magic to bring people together.
So what should we?
How's Green Black Zombies doing then? I just like that's an awesome decision. I want to meet this guy who's like, I'm gonna bring black white tokens, and then I'm just gonna straight up switch to green black zombies.
Yeah, play black white
Because
tokens first.
fuck the meta. Just seriously fuck the meta. I want to meet this guy.
What else do we have? Trying to see here. Brendan Walsh. Brendan Walsh.
Well, who's 3-0?
Brendan Walsh is 3-0.
What is he playing?
Feel like I know this, but can't remember top of my head. I think Pot. And then we have Pot.
I think he switched it, obviously, before the first round started, right?
Yeah.
Did you just switch him?
I wish No, you switch it at the start of the day.
My sideboard plan is that I bring a different deck, I bring another 75 cards, and I just
Yeah, I don't. He didn't switch it.
just switch the decks entirely, and that's my sideboard plan. Do you want to ask Sherwin? Who's going well?
Yeah, I'll Sherwin.
Let's just find out who's 3-0, and if I think it'd make our decision a lot easier if we found someone who's 3-0, who's also playing an interesting deck.
Okay, I'm gonna see if the games are done, and then see if I can get a clearer picture of what.
Sweet.
3-0.
Sweet.
Be right back, guys.
Okay, and if we have time tonight, we'd like to do a deck tech. So maybe to get a nice balance, we can watch Contention, and then we can do a deck tech on one of the stranger, more unorthodox off-meta decks.
Actually, the full color Delver is 3-0.
4-color Delver is 3-0. Contention, strange, a little bit unorthodox.
And he's playing against Pod.
And he's playing against Pod, which is something we haven't seen tonight. And I remember earlier someone said they wanted to see Pod because they were a Pod player. Which Pod? Because we've got Kiki, we've got Junk, we've got Angel.
I think he's playing Angel.
Angel Pod.
Yeah.
So we've got, guys, what do you want to see? So one option is 4-color Delver versus Angel Pod. Okay. Okay.
It's a full color Delver. Do the full color Delver. Full color Delver it is.
Yeah, it's
Delver
hear me out on this.
It's full color.
It's Delver, but it's 4 colors and it has 4 Geist in the main board.
Okay. Yay!
And it's in Contention.
Send.
Agreed. And like I said, if we have time for a deck tech, we'll do one of the more unorthodox decks. So if you guys want to start ruminating on that now, what you'd be interested in, some options, Jeskai Storm.
Sam Island?
Yeah.
He's 6 points, so he's 2.
Oh, he's
2-1. Okay.
So it
Oh,
doesn't matter.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's 2-1. I saw
Who
it.
is in contention?
Who's in contention? Here. Oh, okay.
Like,
Brendan Walsh
Contention
versus
for
4-0. Who's
Brendan.
Oh, the 9 points.
Yeah, I just saw the
Numbers,
numbers.
okay.
Jameson Reeves, Brendan Walsh.
And
Matt Collender.
Yeah. So we have Bogles in contention.
Those are
I don't know if anyone wants to watch
3
Bogles again.
So yeah, Affinity, Bogles, and Pot.
I think the Delver's missing green.
Yeah.
So we have Affinity, Delver, and Pod in contention. Affinity, Delver, Pod in contention. Actually, this 4-color Delver does play black, doesn't it?
Yep, that's what.
Yeah, it's missing green.
I mean,
Interesting.
you can still put Sam on. It doesn't have to be an undefeated deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is? Who is undefeated?
I said,
We
we can
still
still
put
play
Sam on.
the Delver versus
Pod.
Pod matchup, even though they're not the undefeated.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, I think chat's kind of leaning toward contention, which is why we're...
Oh, the
Trying to
people-
figure out.
Oh,
But they're gonna.
they'll be more toward undefeated.
Yeah, they want to see who's who's 3-0. I don't think they want to see Jeskai Storm again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe. So we have 4 Keller Delver versus Pod. Is Pod 2-1 as well then?
Yep.
Okay. Because yeah, our options for 3-0 or options to become 4-0 were Affinity, Pod, and Delver.
Oh, Affinity Pot and Bogles.
Affinity, Pod, and Bogles are in contention.
Devilish Delver?
And we have the other option of 4 Color Delver versus Angel Pod. What we assume is Angel Pod. We also have Junk and Kiki and Malira. And we're not exactly positive which one of those. Just admire the similarity of our hair.
No.
This is becoming very close.
Okay.
4 Color Delver.
Full color Delver it is. Sam? Yeah.
Diesel11, thanks for the follow.
Thanks, Sherwin.
Yeah, and we thank you, Satsuka Kawaii. We'll also be giving away a foil ponder during tomorrow's stream. And it's more than just a foil ponder. It's signed. It's got what else?
It's signed and it's altered.
It's signed and altered. Very unorthodox, extremely unique. I could say with pretty certain equanimity that you're not going to find another one like it.
No, you're not gonna find another one like it.
Yeah, it seems like we're leaning toward the 4 Color Delver versus Pod match. And then if you guys want to start thinking about, Prenosaur, thanks for the follow. If you guys want to start thinking about what you guys want to see in a deck tech, got Jeskai Storm. We could bring out one of the black-white tokens, that shifted to green-black zombies. And we also have, what else was interesting here? We have the mill deck. We want to see that. We got a pretty good look at the rack. It was pretty easy to see what the rack was running. It was running the rack. It was running Liliana. That's true. I don't know, Illa Girl. If you can never find another one like it, how do I play it as a playset? That's true. Some people like that. Some people want like tokens or zombies for the deck tech. How do we feel about that?
What?
Token, because I offered the idea to the stream. We could do a more mainstream matchup to honor contention, and then do an unorthodox deck tech. Like take one of the zombies or black-white tokens or just Jeskai Storm. And oh, here we go. Setting the future matchup. So we're gonna have to eliminate our faces. And it seems like people want to see the zombies for the deck tech. So I'm interested in it. Like I said, I love zombies. Zombies is my favorite tribe. It's like we got a nice smartphone there. All in on zombies. Illa Girl, you're going to play a legacy deck with 1 ponder because I'm stubborn. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I like it when things match. I really do. And absolutely, either one of us will call you after the stream, for sure. And we have Pot on the left, and who's playing Pot?
We have Jamie Armstrong.
Jamie Armstrong versus Sam Ives, 4 Color Delver.
Pot. I'm just gonna call it Pot.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be able to
Birthing
see.
Pot.
Birthing Pod. If we can figure out this keyboard. Okay. And let's change his name. He is Jamie Armstrong. Alright. Ooh, he's got the clear sleeves.
Ooh.
I thought he was unsleeved for a second. Made me shudder a little bit. Okay. And let's switch up the other names.
I'm just trying to hear Sharon out.
Okay. So what do we think is in the zombies? It's green-black. Some Golgari flavor. Gives you access to some good removal. Abrupt Decay. All like the nice standard black cards. Green-black is usually like the rock, man. I mean, it's got a lot of good cards in it. I don't know if any of them are necessarily zombie flavored. Grimgrin came up before, but he's black-blue. Yeah, right, the clear sleeves, they're a little bit disorienting. More than a little bit disorienting. And I see you've made the disgusted face. Lotleth Troll, it's a good card. We have Gerard.
So I started Sam Ives is the purple sleeve.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks, Sharon.
thank you very much. And let's update the records because they're all 3-0 at this point. And this is round 4. Oh, 2-1, right. Right. Vengevine, it's a good card. I remember I didn't realize when I first started how very limited standard is, and I thought I was going to be able to build zombies in that, and I found out very quickly that that was less than suboptimal. Okay, let's center their life totals. Right. And I am really interested to see what else this 4-color Delver runs. What's all the hate for the clear sleeves? I don't necessarily like them. They don't give a lot of flavor.
Can see mark order cards very easily. I do agree
Oh,
with you.
so you can identify those different like physical nuances of your own cards. I see that.
Oh, Sam is starting off with a Steam Vents and he's going down to 18 with.
You're going to shock that in, play a Serum Visions. Okay. I always get worried that people are going to call me out if there's dirt on the back of my cards. I try to keep them I'm very scrupulous about keeping them clean. Because I feel like people are going to say, like, I leave certain patterns of dirt in the back of my cards
Really?
that I then use to identify. I don't know.
I think for white sleeves you can see a lot of dirt. Oh, that's a stomping ground. He's shocking and he's playing a Bird of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise, so they're both down to 18 here. Okay. And, ooh, he's giving us a pretty close approximation of his hand. We see green
Lenoir
white land.
Temple Garden, Lenoir Elf, and a Kiki.
So this is Kiki Pod then.
It's Kiki Pod, guys.
And he has Kiki in hand. Is that a Sacred Foundry?
No, it's a Sacred Foundry in play. He has a Temple Garden, Steam Vents in hand, Kiki-Jiki, and Birds of Paradise.
And did he?
He just fetch and shock himself. So Sam just fetch and shock. So he's gonna go.
We will. We'll tell him to get new sleeves. See, Illa Girl? See, so my fears aren't unfounded. So here, getting rid of the Birds of Paradise. Okay. It's pretty hard to slow down Birthing Pod.
Lightning Helix, so would put Sam back up.
Oh, the life gain off of Lightning Helix. True,
Yep.
true.
Temple Garden shock.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm very meticulous about keeping them clean TDB2. Because I don't want people to be able to accuse me of that.
Solid Primate from Jamie.
Okay. Sleeves. My favorite sleeves are the Dragon Shields. I really like the way they feel, I like the way they shuffle, especially if they're double sleeved.
Sam's fetching again.
I sort of have developed a nervous habit of, we'll see if he shocks, or change that life total. I have a nervous habit now of just shuffling my cards whenever I feel like it.
Ooh.
There we go, just...
So there we see the swamp.
So there we see, so as we were saying, black is not the color he's missing. And I believe, does he play Thoughtseize?
Yes.
He plays Thoughtseize. Is that main board or sideboard?
Sideboard.
Sideboard Thoughtseize. So what does he have in the main board that interacts with black? What do we think?
Might be main board now, because he might have switched it up. The last time I played against him, he had it in the sideboard.
Oh, so you've played against the 4-color Delver deck.
Yep.
I did not know
Okay,
that.
we have Electrolyze on the Solid Primate, and he's drawing a card from that.
Okay.
Pass the turn, and Jamie's turn again. Wonder what Jamie draw.
See if he has any. We know he has Kiki-Jiki. Basic
Drew
Island. Tap 3.
Oh, kitchen things, and this will put Jamie back to 18.
Yes.
Pass
See,
the turn.
I have not tried the KMC sleeves yet. I've heard they're good. They have more of a matte feel as opposed to the smooth. Illa Girl is exactly what I have right now. I have the KMC inner sleeves and Dragon Shield outer sleeves.
Oh, guys are saying trash.
And here we see the Geist that we have been repping so much. Okay, let's see.
I still
what
think
Jim
that
has in hand.
that pot might have a better advantage against Sam's 4-color Delver deck.
I feel like Pot obviously is a very flexible deck. I feel I don't know what he's running in his 60, but I feel like somewhere in there's got to be an answer to Geist. Do you have any ideas on that?
Not. Well, blockers, like obviously, if Jamie's not gonna attack with kitchen things, he's just gonna block the guys. The guys can't do anything. But Sam might have a removal for the kitchen things.
Well, it's gonna come back, gain him some life. I do feel like Geist, in and of itself, is not going to be enough to dismantle Pot.
Oh,
We're gonna see the murderous red cap.
it's gonna ping Sam for
Definitely.
2.
I like the way he's tilted his lands to tap them. Very nice there. The nice angle going on.
Oh, he's actually attacked. Oh, well, he still have a murderous red card. So this is gonna tick down Sam to 12.
Okay. And back to Sam. Let's see what he's got to follow up that Geist. Let's see. I'm really hoping we see why he splashed black, because we know he has Thoughtseize somewhere. But I think he's got to have something else that he's splashing black for. So I think he also kept the black mana in his opening hand. That's pretty astounding, Illa Girl. A guy put a Cavern of Souls in the washing machine and it was 100%
Oh,
fine.
what card is that?
I cannot see that. Looks like the removal for the red cap with the persist. It comes back with the -1/-1 counter. Enter the battlefield so Sam loses life. Everything you hear on the internet is true. 1, 2. I don't know. Okay. Right.
He attacked with Geist. So put Jamie at 11.
Okay, attack with Geist. Yeah, I didn't see the Angel token come out. So obviously just pantomiming that one. Alright, and let's see if he can find something interesting. Obviously...
Birthing Pot would be good right now.
Oh yeah, Birthing Pot would always be good.
Okay.
It looks like he shocked that in. Putting him down to 9.
Ooh,
Ooh,
5 mana.
Tapping 5. Is Kiki-Jiki coming out?
Ooh.
Kiki-Jiki is out. Okay, no responses. Sam's all tapped out. The Geist is tapped from attacking. I'm assuming he's just probably going to swing in with the Sphinx. Maybe the Sphinx and the red cap, there's not much he can do.
Oh, he's making a copy. Oh, wonder what copy.
Yeah, it's we need to know what copy because he's either going to gain life.
Okay, I think he's making a copy of the kitchen things.
Okay. It's difficult to tell.
Because if he makes a copy of the red cap, he will target Sam.
Okay.
Puts him back at 11.
Okay. Pass back to Sam. Looks like Sam's missed a few land drops as well. I'm not sure what his curve is like, so I'm not sure how much this limits him. I just saw him shuffle. Looks like, is that a Crackling Doom?
What?
I think I see a Crackling Doom there. Not gonna do much.
Because of
against,
persist triggers.
Yeah, it's really not hurting Jamie very much. I also saw a Treasure Cruise as he was flicking through his hand. He has close to enough to outright pay for that. He has 3, 6, 9. What is it? 8 colorless, 1 blue. Do you guys know off the top here? Is it 9 colorless, 1 blue for Treasure Cruise or 8 colorless, 1 blue?
7.
I also don't think he'd probably tap all the way out. So we have the Angel token, the 4/4 swinging. Let's see, blocks the. So he's going down to 7. Can't block the flyer.
Lost the guys.
Lost the guys in the process.
And then gain back 2 life from the persist trigger of kitchen things.
Okay.
Puts Jamie at 9.
Okay.
Lightning Helix on Kiki-Jiki.
Okay, it's gonna bring Sam's life total up. Okay, so we've got 2 1/1s on the board, 5 open mana. Looks like about 3 cards in hand. 7. So yeah, he can play that. He didn't leave the blue mana up for it. Swinging in for 2, lay down a Voice of Resurgence.
For 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, yes.
Which puts...
Oh, Sphinx is 3 too, you're right.
Yep.
So it comes back with
Puts Sam at 11.
yes. Back to Sam, tap 2,
Oh,
Young
Pyromancer.
Pyromancer. Generate. Oh, here we go.
okay.
Here's the aforementioned Treasure Cruise. Left the Steam Vents open for that. It's going to give him a token. You can use to chump block next turn. The Sphinx or the red cap. Voice of Resurgence, though.
Only works if you cast things during your opponent's turn.
Okay. So that's... Oh. I guess that's why it was on the board. That's obviously why he didn't keep the blue mana up to play Treasure Cruise during Jamie's second main phase.
No, he can't play Treasure Cruise on your opponent's turn because it's a sorcery spell.
Oh, I thought it was instant. That's dig through time.
Dig through time is the
Dig
instant.
through time. Yeah, I've never played Treasure Cruise. When I played Sultai, I just used dig through time because I really liked the feeling of using it at the end of their turn and then having a lot of cards in my hand.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you for correcting me on that, Prenosaur. My bad. The good old T Cruise. Jacob Swords,
Thanks for the follow.
Master of Swords, young Jacob. Thank you for the follow. All right. All tapped out. See what he's gonna do.
What do you think he would do here?
I'm not sure if he's gonna offer the trade. Obviously, he's gonna keep the Pyromancer alive because he wants to. He wants to be able to chump with the tokens that it creates.
4 mana. Oh, he's playing the
Birthing Pod.
Paying for their friction with a land mana instead of life.
Yeah, I just paid for that outright. Let's see what he's gonna get rid of.
Activating pot.
Getting rid of the Finks. It's not gonna come back. Already has the -1 on it. And Finks is 3 converted mana.
Yeah.
So he
Ooh.
plays
Glen Alendra?
Glen Alendra Archmage?
Yep. He also has a persist trigger. Oops. Yep. Glen Alendra Archmage.
Okay. Comes in flying, so that'll also help chump if Sam has another Geist. Because 9 life total, obviously Sam doesn't have the board state to really set up lethal anytime quickly. It's good to have that flyer there.
So Jamie's attacking right now
Yeah,
with
obvious.
the voice.
Swinging in with the voice, because that dies for value, right?
Yeah, it dies and gives him a token,
Mhm.
which power and toughness equals to the number of creatures you control.
And you know this better than me. How many Kikis does Pod run? Just
Ideally, they run 2 to 3. Well, the last one I know they run 2. He might run 2 as well.
well, I've seen boards with 1, obviously, because it's easy to find with Birthing Pod, but I have also seen more than 1.
So Sam might. I think Sam would just have to use the Crackling Doom. No, he couldn't.
Does he? I really hope that's a Crackling Doom, because that's just very interesting.
Crackling Doom does 2 damage to all creatures.
Yeah, Shoddy Too Hottie. We actually had 8 rack. It was on one of the feature matches. It dismantled Jeskai Storm, another Geist. Oh yeah, thank you for pointing that out. If he did have the 2 Kikis, could win. Another token, draw. That is a foil Serum Visions, by the way. Scry 2, see if he keeps.
The proper Scry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crackling Doom, what it does is an instant with it costs 1 white, black, and a red. And Crackling Doom deals 2 damage to each opponent. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures he or she controls.
Yeah, and I also like Crackling Doom. I wonder if this 4-color Delver went up against Bogles, because that's a way to get rid of a Boggle.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the rack will not be on. I'll see if we can get you the deck list. There was nothing too unorthodox in it. It had a really good matchup against Storm because it got a lot of hatred early. It was able to dismantle all of the combo pieces. We have Sam swinging in with the
3
Pyromancer
and the Elemental.
the 2 tokens.
No, that token just came in.
Oh, okay.
So
That's why he's separating it.
yeah, he's
You're
just
right,
swing
you're
for
right.
3.
Yeah.
Which puts him at 6.
And Shoddy, I too love 8-rack. It was one of the first decks I wanted to build, mainly because the most expensive cards I owned at the time was a playset of Thoughtseizes, and I wanted them to be put to really good use. Yeah, he probably is. He is running 1 Kiki in his deck then,
Okay, second.
because of the
land.
aforementioned combo that he could have run if he had.
That's his
more than
trigger.
1.
He's activating Birthing Pot right now, and he's searching, I think, for Kiki.
Yeah.
No?
Let's see what he's got in here.
Kiki. What else can you search? Ooh, oh, I can't remember her name at the top of my head. She steals a creature, target a creature and untap it, and it gets haste until the end of the turn.
That is a very red effect.
I wonder. I can't remember his name again. Captain, something Captain.
Yeah, we'll definitely because I think a lot of people are interested. 8-Rack isn't something you see very often. We'll talk, see if we can get him to post that to the WUBRG website.
Oh, he untaps the birthing pot with the captain. Sacks. It's gonna sack the madcap.
Oh, and they made it's any permanent, so you can untap. You can target.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zealous Conscript.
Oh,
That
here
was
we
the card.
see
Kiki-Jiki.
another
Oh,
Kiki.
he's going off right now. So he plays 2 Kiki-Jikis, it seems.
All right.
So I think Jamie's gonna have this game.
Cut. Slayer Cleave.
Unless Sam has a bolt in his hand.
Yeah, that's a great card for value in pod. Tap your pod, grab a card, untap your pod, sack again.
Oh no, he's gonna untap the Kiki now. Yep, and then we see Jamie closing.
Oh yeah, and just for clarification, if we can get the deck list and we just see the match end going in Birthing Pod's favor, we will post, if we can, we'll try our best to get our hands on that deck list, and we'll post it to the Facebook page, so check out their shoddy. And I can tell you, there wasn't anything out of the ordinary that we saw. Mutavaults, but that's not too out of bounds for 8-Rack. Most of this I see run
I
Mutavaults.
do see some 8-Rack decks run Mutavaults, to be honest.
Yeah, and he also, it was just a really good draw. He had consistent Thought Seizes, Inquisitions, drew the rack early. When he didn't draw the rack, he got 2 Shrieking Afflictions. It was just really good draw for him. Let's update the life totals. Back up to 20. Center that. Yeah. Okay.
So what do you think that Sam would bring in now against Pod?
Wow, I wonder.
Having black, you think Totsies would definitely go in, right?
Thoughtseize, try to grab the birthing pod. Because pod players, obviously, if you get pod in your opening hand,
Anger
you're
the
going to want
Gods.
to keep that hand. Anger of the Gods.
Would you think Sam would cut out Guys of St. Trav if he's going to play Anger? Because it doesn't go together very well.
No, because the hexproof doesn't protect it. It's not targeted.
And I think I would cut Guys of St. Trav because Pod having so many creatures, there's very little chance Guys was going to be able to swing in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and like I said, he's got some flying. Like, he can always find an answer. He found an answer to get rid of Geist and to not take that much damage. The Angel just... Like, the Angel token that was summoned by Geist, I mean, it was swinging for 4 damage. That's nice, but Kitchen Finks on its own recovered that.
Sorry guys, I'm going to update the list and change it to Kiki Pod. So that there's no
Wear and Tear.
confusion.
It's good. Green is not in Delver. And Epic Fail, Wear and Tear would be a great card. Get rid of the pod. I think he is. If he has him, he's going to bring in Thought Seizes. Try to...
Would Stony Silence be relevant against Pod? Because CT has white. Would you think Sam might bring in Stony Silence?
I think he probably has Stony Silence in his sideboard for Affinity, as most players do, especially if they have access to white. But I don't know if it really... I don't know. Can Kasali, does that take down an enchantment?
Kasali does take enchantment, but but it's a green and a white. So I don't think Sam would bring that in, right?
I don't know. The Stony Silence that's something I debate because I have that in my sideboard for Soul Sisters. And I believe you yourself have told me sometimes not to bother bringing it in.
Yeah.
It's the birthing pod.
For me, I don't really bring in.
No, I'm not really sure what Sam can do to win this one because pod, it's obviously, it's a really flexible list.
What about Jamie? What do you think Jamie would bring in against Sam?
Jamie says, so what?
Seeing that Sam has Geist, I feel like Jamie might want to bring in something that can deal with Geist. I mean,
He'd pretty effectively deal with it. Maybe if he has another flyer in his sideboard, something that can like take on something that can take it. What about Linvala? If he has Linvala on the side,
Linvala wouldn't really do much apart than just being a 3/4 flyer.
It's a big body flyer. You're right. I don't know if there's a lot of
Sam
value
has
out
nothing in his deck that activates.
I feel like we're gonna see a pretty light sideboard from Jamie, and some texting from Sam. But it'll be interesting to see what Sam does bring in. Do you think he's gonna have to race pod?
I would think so.
Mm.
Either race pod or slowly take down all of pod's creatures and then
I feel like if he
win from
had,
the behind.
yeah, I definitely think we're definitely gonna see angers.
From both decks?
See, we
Oh,
see both are
both.
mulliganing to 6. I saw a bit of Sam's hand. He had at least 1 Serum Visions. Maybe he didn't have enough land, but usually with Serum Visions you can recover from that because you get one of your cards off the top and you get to see the other 2.
True.
So usually you can keep a pretty low land hand. Maybe he didn't have the blue to cast it. He's got to have a pretty diverse mana base to be running all 4 colors.
I feel like Jamie. Yeah, I do agree. Jamie would have a light sideboard against Sam, because his creatures are pretty having more creatures on board and being able to put more creatures on the board on the battlefield. It's so much better against what Sam can actually put out.
Oh, Satsuka Kawai pointing out 110 viewers. Nice, nice. Glad you guys are all here. Warms our little hearts.
Yay!
Okay.
Thanks for watching us.
Yeah, and that's totally right. Oh, and Brofestor 225. Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
And Borofils 22. Yeah, that's like I said, Splinter Twin was the first deck I played, and that was the first piece of advice I got, is that if you have a blue mana and Serum, and even no other lands, keep, because you can find it.
Oh, what Sam's hand? Oh, Sam's starting off with a polluted delta and passing the turn.
Okay, and very true. Foil Ponder on tomorrow's stream, 7:30 Central Time, and it is an altered signed Foil Ponder. You will find nothing like it. Xenax. Thanks for the follow. Glad to have you here. Okay, see him sacks that at the end of sacks the delta at the end of his turn. Going down 1. Dog Dixon Hot Chicks sounds like my sordid internet history. Thanks for the follow. All right, we see Jamie ponderously staring at his hand. I think I see the telltale curve of the upper left corner of a birthing pod.
I do see the pod.
I see the pod. So he sacked the delta for blue-red. So I'm assuming he doesn't have a Thoughtseize.
No.
Oh, but he does have a swamp.
No, that's a plains, sir.
Is that a plains?
Yes, it's a plains.
Oh man.
Seneca plains. And
The poor eyesight is real. It is so real.
it's a struggle, isn't it?
It's such a struggle.
Jamie's
Let's
facting.
see what he plays here.
He's just holding up mana just to counter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
Yeah.
What does Delver play? Do they play Mana Leaks or Emans?
Blue-red Delver plays Mana Leak.
Okay.
I've been Mana Leaked by Blue-red Delver.
Okay.
Mana has been leaked all over the
But
board.
but Sam's deck seems to be a little bit quirky. Maybe he might play Remans instead.
True.
Full color Delver.
Let's see here what Jamie has. Borofils, that's a great point. Delver can't afford to play a reactive game against Pod. You don't have to be aggressive, but you have to dictate the pace of the game. If you let Pod assemble a board and a strategy, you're done.
Sam is just passing the turn back to Jamie again,
And
keeping mana up.
and with Pod, more so than a lot of other decks, having a very thorough knowledge of your list. Pod, like the skill ceiling on Pod is like infinite. It's not infinite, of course, but it's very high.
I do agree.
Yeah, and that's also why we had trouble kind of figuring out what he's going to bring in the sideboard, because he probably has a ridiculously diverse sideboard, a bunch of one-ofs.
It's like a 2-box.
I know he's got Kiki-Jiki for Affinity, but what do you side in against 4-color Delver,
Street Maw!
especially when you did so well.
No,
in the beginning.
Pontiff! Another Pontiff.
Orzhov Pontiff?
Wait. He's not running black. He's blue, green, red. White.
But he can sack to get it.
Yeah, he's playing a Birds of Paradise.
Birds of Paradise and
A tap
Steep Vents tap. So he could have. It looks like he could have played the birthing pod this
But
turn.
because Sam has mana open, okay, we see a Helix from Sam.
So he's gonna go up. Do you feel like there might have been better targets? And Boro pointing out that you don't play Pontiff and Kiki Pod. Is that more of an Angel Pod or Junk Pod?
Junk Pod.
Junk Pod?
And Junk Pod, yeah. I do agree. They don't play Pontiff. For a moment I thought they would have Pontiff against Delver. So you're right. Bro.
So yeah, you are in the future. It is the 10th of December here. What's it like? Decktech for tonight. Seems like everyone's leaning towards zombies. So we will do our best to get a hold of that.
If we can't get zombies, what else do you guys want to see for Decktech?
During the course of this match, like again, we've got Jeskai Storm, Black-White Tokens, Elves, Merfolk, Mill, the Rack, Legacy, or Riot. Oh, Banoka, thanks for the follow.
Excellent.
Good to have you here. Okay. Sam's got 3 mana up. Jamie's turn.
Yeah.
See if he's going to play the pod now. Might not want to play it into all that open mana.
Yeah. You don't play the pod now. Ooh, a Talia!
Talia, Guardian of Thraben.
Oh,
do you think
resolves.
Was that a sideboard card?
Oh, we're going to see another Helix. Oh, a boat.
Bolt to the face.
Nope, to Talia. His face. Talia's face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to her face. Her poor, defensive face. Talia is a card that I am definitely probably going to put in Soul Sisters.
Ooh,
like I said, turning it kind of to be more into Hate Bears.
Thanks for the follow, TRH20.
TRH20, glad to have you here.
Woo.
Yeah, and tomorrow, everyone, again, giving away a foil Ponder, altered, signed, nothing like it in existence. And we see here he's sacking the Strand, going down to 20. Is he going to shock that, playing it tapped?
I think they're going to reprint it in Modern Masters too, bro.
But Modern Masters 2 won't be standard, right?
Yeah, it won't be standard, sir.
Okay. I'm pretty excited for Modern Masters 2.
I am not.
Do you want to draft it?
No.
Come on.
No.
For me? I've never drafted before, Sydney. Sure. You're gonna deny me that?
Sure. Just once.
I want to draft something crazy. Okay. Plays another black mana source.
Do you think Sam would do something now?
I think he probably, if he has a counter in hand, he probably has enough to play something and keep up mana for the counter.
Looks like he's gonna play something.
Kiki-Pod has an empty board. Is this going to be a cruise or a dig?
Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise. We should have like, I don't know, well, you know those weird ass cell phone calls you get? Oh, Rap Game Audio, thanks for the follow. You know those like really fucking annoying cell phone calls you get where they just play the foghorn and then they
End of the turn, Jamie plays
mana. We were asking mana leaks. But yeah, you know, the freaking foghorns. We need a foghorn for whenever a treasure cruise goes off. Okay.
So I think we're gonna see the birthing part right now. Oh no,
Wall of Roots.
Resolves is gonna -1.
It's a very somber looking card. The dude in it definitely looks like he's down on his luck.
Okay, we see the pot now.
Okay.
Did he shock himself? No, he didn't, right?
Did not. I believe if he dropped a land, it was basic. Didn't have much play. Island for the turn. Serum
What
Visions.
can he get now to try to stop Jamie from going off?
Do you try to remove the Wall of Roots? Do you look for your artifact hate to get rid of the pod? I would say get rid of the pod. Look for some artifact hate. Someone in the chat mentioned he might have wear and tear in the sideboard. Do we know how much Modern Masters 2 estimated to cost?
No, I don't think so.
I know they're reprinting Etched Champion, and he's going to be golden. I wish they were reprinting Mox Opal so I could afford Affinity. But alas, that's a dream that's pretty out there. I don't think it's going to happen. Okay.
So it's now Jamie's turn, and Sam still have lots of open mana.
Mm-hmm.
But pod is in play, so I think Jamie can do something about that.
He could do here. I would shit myself too. I mean, I'm pretty close to shitting myself right now. Packs is 10. $10 a pack. That's pretty hefty. Okay. Jamie contemplating his next move. Again, pod. To be very ponderous while playing it. You have to know your deck in and out.
Okay, second Wall of Roots.
Yeah, the first time I played Modern, I was offered the choice to play Splinter, Twin, or Pod, and I was like, there's no frickin' way I am going to learn how to play Pod. Like, 20 minutes before I play it. Kitchen Finks, bringing him up to 20.
Okay, got that.
Black cards that Sam has
Ooh.
cast. Has he? What has he cast yet?
Nothing.
He has cast nothing.
Oh,
black.
response to the electrolytes. Restoration Angels gonna flicker the
Ooh.
kitchen things.
And he gains another 2 life off of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we as well were trying to figure out the exact reason why he has these black mana sources. We thought maybe he had Thoughtseize in the sideboard. Was going to try to take the pod out of the hand, slow pod down. War Hero 322. Thanks for the follow. Really glad to have you here. Okay. No. Oh.
I think he might be able to go off this. No, wait. Kiki-Jiki is 5 mana, right?
Yes.
So
I believe so.
he could sack
Yeah, it
kitchen
is.
things. No, he had so
Just
he
gonna
said attack,
swing.
Swing.
How much Restoration Angel?
It's a 3/4.
3/4, so he's swinging in for 5. Or he's swinging in for 6.
6. Oh, he's gonna bolt the
Bolt the Finks. Gonna
before damage, I assume.
come back.
Gains another 2. Puts him at 24.
And it puts Sam down to 17.
Okay. Oh,
Let's see.
And now he's sacking the things on second main phase with the birthing pot. What do you think he'll bring in? Oh, Murderous Red Cap, right?
Murderous Red Cap.
Because after Murderous Red Cap, he can do it next turn. If Sam... Oh no, he bring Glen.
Glen Alendra Archmage.
This will give you a chance to counter anything too.
Yeah, because Sam, it seems like Sam's sideboard plan was to bring in a lot of counter spells. We didn't see those in the first game, like the Mana Leak.
Maybe he just didn't draw the Mana Leak.
That is true.
Just said he didn't get to see his top.
Yeah, but he's definitely been playing a slower game this time. He was throwing out those Geist, and as we talked about, he probably...
Yeah, I agree with you, Boro. The game is pretty much over because now with Glen Alendra, anything Sam's play that's not non-creature would be just countered.
And
unless it's a combust.
I
Unless Sam brings in the combust.
see a blue-red spell in there. Or red-white,
No,
perhaps.
he passed
might
the
be one of
turn.
these. This is pretty much over
yeah,
then.
this is pretty much over.
It seems Sam after sideboard really tried to slow the game down, play counter and removal, but it's just not working. It's pod. Pod does too much. And I think Jamie might have anticipated that by putting the... I mean, usually pod throws out those persist creatures first, but that's when you're playing removal and you have these creatures that you can keep sacking for value, and they're so hard to get rid of with persist. Playing the removal game just doesn't
we
work.
just see Avalanche Rider coming into play.
Avalanche Rider.
It's
That's
just
a very red card.
very red
As
card
red
indeed.
as blood.
He's pretty shy. He's just gonna come in and just ping one of the lands.
Okay.
No biggie.
Let's see. He's probably gonna. I mean, assumedly gonna swing this turn.
Wait.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's fetching.
Sacking the Strand. See if he shocks.
See him at 23.
3.
What's he
What are you
searching?
bringing?
I can't see that land.
It came in tapped.
Plains. It's a plains.
Came in tapped.
No.
Oh, he
it's a
tapped
plains.
it.
Yeah, he tapped it to activate.
Mhm.
He's taking 2 from the activation. Which puts him to 21. I think it's over. Because that's a converted mana for the Avalanche Rider.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. Avalanche Rider was a bit unnecessary. It seems like here's Kiki-Jiki.
I think he wants to save Glen Alendra to counter any spell, but if it's combust, then it's pretty much useless.
We'll see here. Yeah, I think he grabbed the Glen Alendra early because he did realize that Sam kind of slowed down his game plan.
Okay, second Glen Alendra to counter the bolt.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sam has another response.
Okay. Well, the persist trigger.
Oh, he
So that is not
no response
gone
from Sam.
again.
So he's making a copy of the angel.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's sadistic, toying with him a little bit.
Perhaps.
Possibly a new pod player. Like we said, the skill ceiling. The skill ceiling of pod is really high.
Did we just see a Rakdos charm?
I don't know, but I think he was just showing what he had in hand to possibly win. But we have the handshake there,
Oh.
and that goes to Jamie. All right. So Kiki Pod takes that one over the 4-color Delver. Didn't really get to see 4-color Delver do its things there.
No, I think Sam got that game, didn't?
Brofestor. Should I buy a deck now for standard? I was looking at Abzan Reanimator or Mardu midrange, or should I wait till the next set to see what's
Sam
good?
won that because he showed him the Recto's Charm. Because if Jamie make tons of tokens, Recto's Charm has this ability where he has an option to choose opponent takes 1 damage for each creature he controls.
Wow.
So I think Jamie might have when say make infinite tokens and then attack.
Wow.
So yeah. Slow
It's
roll Recto's
unfortunate.
Charm.
It seems like Pod.
I think that was a good play from Sam, like trying to bolt the Kiki to force Jamie to sack Glenelendra.
Yeah, and they pointed that out in chat. That sacking the Elendra Archmage to stop the bolt was a little bit unnecessary.
And while they're shuffling, Mason Linney, a shout out to Mason Linney, my good friend Mason Linney, he asked, his girlfriend wants to know how does Ryan get his hair like that?
How do I get my hair like this?
He just wake up like that.
I check out your Facebook photos and I try to emulate it.
God.
No, my sister's a hairstylist and she sort of just tells me what to do with my hair. I can ask her and she just no. I love interaction with infinite combos like that. Like as I've mentioned countless times, I play Soul Sisters, and if they combo off infinite, you go, yeah, we're gonna update this to 1/1. But if you have your sisters out and you're playing Splinter Twin, and they combo off, you gain life every time the Pester Mite or the Deceiver Exarch comes in. It saves you for a turn or two, but it's pretty interesting.
I do agree. Largo, I was going to call you Largo. Now there's no element of surprise.
He sacked.
Yep.
So he's down to 19. Kiki-Pod sacked, down to 19.
Did he shock? Oh, this is end of turn.
I think it's... Alright, the Delta, again, now let's see if he fetches a black source. I don't see any black cards in hand. I see a path.
He's sacking again.
Okay, see if he shocks here.
I think he shocked his first turn because the bird is in play.
Hey, shout out to Blurrin. Thanks for the follow. Glad to have you here, my friend. But yeah, I mean, the big question is, what does Sam have that's black?
Ooh,
Okay.
he's playing the pot.
And thanks for the update. We do have with Jamie at 16.
And now he's at 14.
14,
From the
activated the pod with life.
Not activate. Cast the
Cast the pod with life. See, this is why we work together, because you clear up my terminology, because I'm a noob.
Sam.
Rakdos Charm is the first card with black that we saw. Yeah, totally. Thank you for pointing that out. We were expecting Thoughtseizes. We were expecting that. And he didn't cast. Did he cast the Crackling Doom? We just saw it in his hand.
Yeah, we saw it in his hand.
I thought as well, perhaps Lingering Souls. Pod plays around that. Pod doesn't need to swing at you. If it can keep its creatures, that's fine. Does Sam's Delver deck run Delvers?
I haven't seen any. The last time it did.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single Delver this game. We didn't see it the first game.
We didn't
Didn't see it after sideboard.
Nope.
I mean, he could have sideboarded out and not drawn it the first game.
Why would you sideboard Delvers?
I don't know.
I side them out. Would you? No, I would.
No, I'd want it out early.
Really?
I mean, out on the board early. Get something done.
True.
Start swinging over Pod. Yeah, we don't know how many Crackling Dooms he's running. We did see it. Here again, he's Rakdos charming the Birthing Pod. Getting rid of that.
Nice.
Pass back to Jamie. He has 3 open mana. Well. Okay. Ooh.
Noble Hierarchy.
Noble Hierarch. Swing for 1.
Puts Jamie at 15.
Oh yeah, the Exalted trigger from the Noble Hierarch, making the Birds of Paradise able to swing. Yes, Vishanti, good point. That's what I mentioned before. Crackling Doom hits Bogles, and I hate Bogles. Fuck Bogles. So any card that fucks with Bogles is fine by me.
Pardon his French.
Yeah. I don't know, we have 1 Bogles decks here.
Ooh, we see
It's doing well. The Bogles deck tonight is It's 3-0, and he mana leaked
The
the
Avalanche Rider.
Avalanche Rider. He's got a strand up.
He's gonna swing with Noble Hierarch right now.
Okay, and
Do you think Sam? Oh, Sam's gonna take it. Yeah.
it's gonna sack, so he's gonna go down another. Let's see if he shocks in.
Why was he shocked in?
I don't know.
No.
Is he?
Yeah, it's not.
No? Oh yeah, right. End of his turn. Sorry. Okay. Let's see what he can answer with.
I
So-
feel like Anger of Gods is gonna come next
Hmm.
if he plays Anger.
Do you save it until you can get more value out of it?
I don't know. Right now,
Because
it's
right now he's swinging for 1.
true.
Or is the Hierarch 1/1 Exalted trigger 2?
0-1.
So she's 0/1 Exalted trigger 1. So right now he can swing for 1. He can't even swing with both of them.
Okay, Anger of Gods or Folk Bolt.
Okay.
Oh, he's just passing the turn.
Okay.
Okay, he's just passing the turn.
Again, so it seems like he's keeping the similar plan, playing slow, trying to counter. Yeah, if you guys have any white cards, mono white, that you think can help shut down Bogles, because my asshat friend plays Bogles, and I really want to wreck him.
Don't play against him.
Well, I dislike playing against Bogles, and I also dislike when I play against Affinity decks that you give people, because they're
Back
very,
to nature.
they're very
Well,
well
you don't
constructed.
have.
I know, I don't have any green.
Oh,
Engineer Explosives,
No,
that's a
no.
good idea.
there's this 3-mana card. Pestilence.
Pestilence? Is that
Pallor. It's 1 white. 2 and a white. It destroys all enchantments and you gain 2 life for each enchantment.
Celestial Flare? I've looked at Celestial Flare. I have looked at Engineer Explosive. Talia's coming in. Soul Sisters, right now, under the name of Martyr Life, it kind of skirts the line between... It takes a lot of staples from Hate Bears. Even Mind Sensor. Sydney and I have talked about putting
Oh, we see a Restoration Angel coming into
Restoration
play.
Angel, who's
Paraceline?
Paraceline. Story Circle. Story Circle. We'll look up Story Circle.
The Restoration Angel resolves.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna path
Gonna
it
path
upkeep.
it.
Pathing it upkeep. Good play.
Patrician Scorn. Fracturing Gust. I'm writing all these down, guys, and thank you very much. Porphyry Nodes.
Ooh, so Jamie tried to card of calling, and it got mana leak by
Okay.
Sam. This is response to Sam's Path to Exile on upkeep on Jamie's Restoration Angel.
Yeah.
And so I guess so we can see that the card of calling didn't resolve, and Restoration got path.
Okay.
And Jamie's pretty much tapped out with 2 mana dogs open.
Okay. Soul Sisters it's fun. I constructed it because I was like, hey, there's Delver, there's Burn, I'm gonna have great matchups. And then I came here last week and I played against Affinity and Splinter Twin. And racing Affinity isn't fun. Especially when they draw 3 cranial platings in a row. But when you draw Stony Silence in your opening hand, that's really fun.
Looks like we're gonna see a beatdown from Jamie.
Yeah, the
With,
Exalted beatdown.
with a Noble Hierarch. And now Sam is fetching, putting him to 10.
I'm going to play tapped. Alright. Ooh, Soul Sisters and Metaphor, blue, red, white control. Ooh. Yeah, I still haven't had the Burn matchup in competition.
Oh,
Looks like he's going for Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise. Yep, Treasure Cruise it is.
If you guys could all just make the foghorn noise at home that signals the arrival of the ship. My Soul Sisters deck is far from complete. I need more Rangers of Eos. I'm missing a Sarah Ascendant, which sucks. I don't have Avid Mind Sensors. I want Grand Abolishers.
Sam just play after Treasure Cruise. He did 7 visions and 1 top, 1 bottom up for the Skred.
Thanks for the toot, War Hero. We appreciate it. We'll get sound effects one day.
One
I
day.
promise you that.
Mark, sound effects.
We will get foghorns. Okay, back to Jamie.
Oh, it look like Jamie can do the whole Gavany Township activation if he wants to.
Oh, he has Gavany. I didn't see that
Yeah.
over there in the left corner. Wall of Roots.
Water Roots.
Okay, swinging in with the Noble Hierarch. That Exalted.
No,
makes-
is he swinging it? No, he's activate.
Oh, activating.
Tapping for mana.
Okay.
So
See,
he's
it's been
1,
beating
2,
down
3.
so hard that I forgot I could do that.
So he's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana.
Does he have...
Oh, he's activating Gavany Township right now.
so getting ready for the beatdowns.
No, he's beating down and before damage resolved, activate Gavany Township.
Alright, I agree. We can make our own sound effects. Sorry, it's overly ambitious. I'll get a foghorn. I have condensed air to clean out my PC.
1, 2. So
And I just kind of like...
right.
Some really like airy flatulence. Well, that's not fun. I want that deep booming.
Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, where did we see? We saw a really interesting Goyf today.
Okay, so he's doing bolt and lightning helix to his face at end step of Jamie end step. So this is gonna put Jamie to 10. No, to 7 actually.
That's ooh.
And then put Sam up to 11.
Yeah, and talking about Goyfs showing up in strange areas, we saw a Goyf in Affinity today.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
did
saw a
see a
Goyf
Goyf in
In
Affinity.
Affinity.
Jameson Reeves was playing a Goyf in Affinity.
And the only thing it did was tap with Springleaf Drum.
Yep.
That's all it managed to do.
No, it blocked Burrow's Reckoner.
Oh, it did. It blocked Boros Reckoner, died to Boros Reckoner because it redirected the damage to
Yeah.
But before that, all it did was tap a Springleaf Drum. I mean, it got
I
up
thought
to
it was
4-5.
pretty spicy though. I like that play.
It
that-
was
yeah.
fun. So he's down to 7. If he has any more burn in hand. Young Pyromancer. Tokens.
Passing the turn. What does Jamie have? No birthing pot.
No. He's got the counters. So we can attack with both. We can attack with 1 and get the Exalted trigger.
Okay, he's attacking
with
with
2.
2.
You can't block the Birds of Paradise.
It's gonna he helix the bird.
Okay.
See what happens. Okay, the bird's going down and this will
Bye-bye, birdie.
make a token.
Yeah, Gooey Ducks, that is some intense land rearranging.
And then is he taking? Do you think he's gonna chump?
I don't... is it a... I mean...
Is he gonna take the 1 damage from Noble Hierarch? Yeah, I think he is gonna take the 1 damage from Noble Hierarch.
Okay, it's going to put him down to 13.
Because I don't see a reason for to block there. I think
No.
he can just go for the win.
Mhm.
Well, no, not really. He's at 7.
Yeah, because the token came in on Jamie's turn, so we could swing this turn.
Ooh, that's the Delver!
There's the Delver! There we go!
Finally!
There we go. War Hero, I don't know the answer to that. That's very possible.
Oh, 2 Young Pyromancer. Okay, he's attacking with them.
Swinging in for 3.
He's gonna block the Young Pyromancer.
So,
Oh, he's blocking the Young Pyromancer, yeah. So,
so
he's gonna take
1
1.
gets through. That puts him in like double bolt range. He hasn't played that many bolts yet.
Yeah.
Double bolt range, lightning helix.
He just activated Gavany Township again.
Okay.
Jamie really needs to draw an answer here, like anything.
Has he used Resto Angel?
Yes, he used 1, so
And it
another
got pathed, right?
got passed.
The Resto Angel got passed.
Okay, what is he gonna cast now? Oh, the captain. You guys was talking.
Who is he going to take control of? He
Who?
takes control of the Young Pyromancer, so we can generate tokens on his turn. Does he have enough mana to do anything, though?
No, I think he's just gonna swing.
Just going to swing. So 2. And what is...
She's a 5. No, I think just 2/2.
2/2. So 2, 4, 6.
One,
Is he going to
two,
block?
four.
Does he want to keep that Delver, hope it flips, hit him for 3 in the air, and then maybe he has a Lightning Bolt in hand?
It goes to 5, right?
How much damage take? 6? So
Yeah.
you go to 7.
7. Oh shit. Oh, it's a 3/3? Thanks. So it's got a 6.
Cool. Thank you, Illa Girl. Alright. Oh,
Oh, double flip.
it flipped.
So
He can block with Wall of Roots. At least 4 damage is going to get through. I mean, if he has a single burn spell, he can't block.
I can't see you. I think he has electrolyze in hand.
He can't block the flipped Delver.
Yeah, he has Electrolyze. Attack for 5.
Swings with 3. He's got to block something with the Wall of Roots. He's tapped out. Is that a Scalding Tarn on the back?
Oh,
Wow. He takes it. 4-color Delver.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he's a success game.
Okay.
4-color Delver got.
Okay, so the Geist that we were repping the whole time and hyping about did not end up doing anything. Yeah, and once again, tomorrow, Legacy stream, 7:30, giving away a foil ponder. It's altered, it's signed. You won't find anything like it anywhere, ever.
Ever.
In this universe, another universe.
Recto's Charm. I think Recto's Charm was a good tech.
It
No,
won in
no,
the game.
really. For the surprise effect, you know. I feel like it would be a good tech if your opponent didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it
Joe
kinda-
Duck, thanks for the follow.
Gooey ducks. Those are disgusting creatures, gooey ducks. They're like clams and they're like really phallic clams if you've ever seen
I'm
one.
gonna see if we can get you guys another match.
Yeah, see if anything's
Rest
just over.
It's gonna be a little bit cold while I open the bag.
Oh
Shouldn't be-
shit.
shouldn't be that bad.
I can handle it. I can handle the cold. Okay.
This is locked.
Alright, hi guys. Shout out to Yansith and Deathbus. Sorry, Yansith, if you're Johnsith, I'm just going to assume the J is silent because that's cooler. I have never eaten a gooey duck. Is it really good? I mean, I'm a really adventurous eater. I eat everything. I love to eat. I love to cook. Should I try gooey duck? Where can I get gooey ducks? I've only ever seen them harvested, like, and not around here, not in Chicago, Illinois. So, if you can clue me in on where to get gooey ducks, then I'm totally more than fine eating gooey ducks. Oh, get a little back in before they die in the cold. You alright? Is that there?
The guys want Decktech.
Decktechs?
Right now we have Merfolk. We have Sam with his full color Delver.
In terms of Decktechs, we've got Merfolk.
Bogles.
We've got Bogles.
We got Jeskai Storm.
We have Jeskai Storm. If you guys want to see a deck tech on the Jeskai Storm.
On the full color Delver.
Or the 4-color Delver. What are you guys thinking? I can show.
We have Scapeshift.
Whatever you
Skred
want.
Red.
And Shorty, if you're still out there, we're going to try to get our hands on the deck list for, they want to see the Delver deck. 4-color.
Full color. Sam.
And,
Can you play while you're playing on the table?
yeah, there was a Speckman, there was a oh, by the way, thank you for following Speckman. Glad to have you here. Yeah, it plays Jeskai Ascendancy. It's like a Storm Jeskai hybrid. That's really the only reason they have white. No, we have the Jeskai Storm player right here. I mean, we have time for more deck techs if you guys want to see them. And yeah, the Rakdos Charm, the sleeper card in that matchup, won him the game. Yeah, the 4-color Delver. I want to see if he does have those Thought Seizes or what else he's splashing black for, because all we saw was the Rakdos Charm. But he seemed to have... He has Inquisition? Mr. Jeskai Storm tells us that 4-color... Did you play him?
No, I played him before, yeah.
Okay. With what?
I was playing Twin.
Twin. Okay. So we know it has Inquisition of Kozilek's. Olivia Voldaren, that'd be really interesting. Yeah, the Jeskai Storm. Well, what is it? It has... Does it have the Jeskai combo? And... Well, Storm is Storm.
Well, the final build is the 4 Jeskai Ascendancies.
4 Jeskai
And
Ascendancies.
then 2 Pyromancer Ascensions.
And then 2 Pyromancer's Ascensions.
And then from the... It's basically the Storm deck, but then you just throw in the Fate Stitchers instead of Goblin Electromancer.
Okay. So Fate Stitchers instead of Goblin Electromancer. Yeah, we could do more than one deck tech. We also, if you guys want to see that zombies, I know a lot of the earlier viewers wanted to see the zombies. The green-black zombies. That, like I said, that whole story there where black-white tokens became zombies. There's a lot of... There's a hidden narrative somewhere in there. I don't know why they would take Inquisition of Kozilek's over Thoughtseize. I would agree on Thoughtseize as well.
I think it was because he didn't want to lose too much life, and in Modern, most things are 3 mana cost or less already.
Okay. Maybe because the Inquisition of Kozilek's is a little bit safer. Lots of 3 converted mana cost or lower cards in there. You don't lose the life. Yeah, we'll try to get the zombies too. But we have the Jeskai Storm player right now. If you guys want to take a quick look at that, do I look at it? Will you show us?
Yeah, if they want to see it.
Will you ascend for us?
I mean, it's not done. It's missing fetch lands.
It's missing the fetch lands.
It's missing Tarns and the Fate Stitchers.
Okay. The only deck we didn't see tonight that I haven't seen before was the black-white tokens. Missing out on that one. Trying to see what was in that. But I think we're trying to grab the 4-colored deck.
I think it's going up right now.
Does it look good?
As well look good.
The screen.
Yeah, I look good. No, this. Oh, they're putting it out right now. There
We're
you
putting
go.
out the deck right now.
I mean, you have to get rid of my face for that, so I'm not sure I agree with. Okay, we have the 4-color Geist on the table, so goodbye to my face for now. I love how we're still having this conversation about Gooey Ducks.
Hello?
Gooey Duck, you are repping the Gooey Duck so hard, and I will do my best to find a Gooey Duck. Okay, yeah, we see the sword there. He does have Thoughtseize. We do see Thoughtseize. Lightning Helix, 4 copies of Treasure Cruise, the Serum Visions. There is the Olivia. There we go. 4 Young Pyromancers, 2 Snapcasters. Those didn't show up. The Lightning Bolts. The Mana Leaks we saw. 2 Paths. He does have Stony Silences. I don't know if he brought those in. Mark, does Mr. Brofister have to be in the chat for the giveaway tomorrow? I think Olivia, yeah, I really wish Olivia would have come out. That would have been pretty nice. This deck is pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. We see the Crackling Dooms. Crackling Dooms are there. See the table shake? That was scary. That was really scary.
He has the Thoughtseize instead of Inquisition.
You know what's weird? I feel like he got those basics a lot. The sword is something that might have stayed in the sideboard. And yeah, you got to be in chat for the giveaway.
So what I need to do?
Yeah, just come explain your deck for us if you want to sit in.
Okay, cool.
Sam, right?
Yeah, hi.
Buddy. This is Sam's voice you're hearing. He's going to walk us through the deck. So what was the decision for 4 colors?
Well, I knew that I had previously been on Grixis Delver. I had been playing Dark Confidant and good black removal spells, as well as Thoughtseize and IOK in the deck. And I realized that playing white was better. Just having Lightning Helix as well as Geist of St. Traff made the deck really powerful, but I didn't want to get rid of black altogether because Rakdos, Charm, and Thoughtseize were still really good. So I switched over to 4-color, I got the mana base set, and I just have been rolling with it. The deck's been good.
Okay, there was a lot of talk about the Rakdos Charm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you brought in specifically against combo decks?
I bring in. It's surprising how many matchups it's good in. Against anything that's doing a twin type combo, either Kiki-Jiki with Resto Angel or just twin itself, it's amazing because you can just kill them because no one expects it. After that, it's an artifact removal spell, so I bring it against Affinity decks and other decks that just run like Batterskull.
Okay.
As well as Exiling a Graveyard against Delver deck is good at times, but usually you wouldn't bring in. There's other hate for it. But all modes on the card are good, and it's just super strong. I like the card a lot. It's really good against Storm as well.
Okay. What did you bring in from your sideboard after the first match?
After the first match, I brought in the Paths and the Rakdos Charms.
Okay.
I knew that the counterspells weren't going to be super great against this deck. I considered Stony Silence to shut down Pod because I knew his deck really relied on it, but he seemed like he wasn't using his Pod as much unless he was killing me with it, so I didn't think it'd be super worth it to cut. So the Rakdos Charms is a Path. Path is a good removal spell. Rakdos Charm was a blowout card, and otherwise it kills Pod. So
I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
And obviously, it clearly worked.
I asked him, and he was so confused. He goes, 200, and then I killed him.
Yeah. So the Geist, is that 3 I see or 4 in the main board?
That's 3. I was going to go to 4 today,
Okay.
and then I decided against it at the last second. After today, I'm definitely going to go to 4.
Okay.
4 is the card is super good.
Okay, it didn't do a lot in the first match.
It didn't. I thought it'd be better. I thought I was gonna have more time to work, and I could have set up a Geist, but I pretty much had to be on the defensive the entirety of the game, and I got there more with burn spells than anything. So against the Kiki pod itself, I didn't think it was that great, but against most matchups, it's been dominant. Because if you don't have an answer for it, it's impossible to beat.
Okay. And the Crackling Dooms?
Crackling Doom was an addition that I made yesterday after playing against a couple Boggle decks and just decks that liked jamming their big Scavenging Ooze or big Tarmogoyfs. It's an extra burn spell, so I can get away with only playing 2 Electrolyzes, as well as it kills whatever is really threatening me. Like I got a Thundermaw Hellkite with it today, and that was sweet. It's just been super solid. Jeff Hooglin has been playing a lot of Crackling Doom, and I kind of took that, and it's been good. I wouldn't say it's more than a 2 of at best, but it's still a solid card.
Okay. Did you take the Geist out after your first sideboard?
I did not. I kept them in because I knew I wanted to keep my creatures in because I know Kiki Pod's light on removal. Normally against pod decks, usually I side out Delver. And sometimes Geist. Like I side out the Olivia, which I'm sure people are wondering about. But a lot, because usually I just get their burn spells, but I knew against Kiki, they weren't going to have Abrupt Decay. I wanted to be more aggressive.
Okay. And the Delvers, you just didn't draw them. They didn't show up.
I had one Delver in the first game that I never got to play. I had one in the second game that was useless, but flipping actually did win me the game. But yeah, I just didn't see Delver. It's actually been pretty unimpressive.
Okay, and where do you find your good matchups are? What else did you play today?
Today I played against Skred, round 2.
We saw the Skred deck.
I saw the Skred deck. I lost that deck off a good top deck at the end. Okay. But today I beat Elves in one of the rounds.
We saw Elves. That was another interesting deck.
Yeah, I beat the Elves deck. That was fairly easy. And then in the first round tonight I played against Junk. And I beat Junk pretty handily. Crackling Doom's amazing in that matchup.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much I just stick an early threat like Delver on Pyromancer, can't do much about it. I get to Geist and Olivia Voldaren. I actually did take his Tarmogoyf and beat him with it. As that was game 3. I got Olivia out when we had a lot of lands, and I took his card. He didn't have an answer, and I was able to blow him out with it. Olivia's been really solid in the Delver matchups, and I just think it's a super solid card. And yeah, so Junk. I would say my best matchups are slower decks. So the Scapeshift type decks I have a good match against just because I'm a Delver deck. I can fight it real well and also can go later.
Yeah.
Blue-Red Delver I have a really good matchup against, which is why I enjoy this deck a lot. Also surprised the mid-range decks like Junk and Junt I have a really good fight against with Crackling Doom and other removal spells. The worst matchups, I mean, Burn is a crapshoot. Sometimes I get their counter spells. Sometimes I get their cards with counter spells. Sometimes I just die to it.
Yeah.
The pod decks, I'm a little weak to. I'm not as weak to Malaria Pod as I am to Kiki Pod because it's more of a combo deck, but I'm also not super great against it. Basically, pod decks are a little rougher, but everything else is really solid. I've gone 3-1 these last 2 weeks and 4-0 the week before that.
Well, it was fun to watch, and people wanted it.
Yeah.
When we said we were repping 4 guys.
Okay.
We thought we were hyping that. We thought you had 4.
The fourth one's literally sitting in my decks box right now, unsleeved, and I wanted the deck so often tonight. It's going to be in after tonight. Okay.
Well, it's interesting to watch, and I hope we see you on stream again.
All right. Thank
you very much.
Thanks a lot.
That was Sam Ives, and we're going to bring in the Jeskai Storm next.
Okay.
All right. It was good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
And we'll see you next Wednesday, probably. Hopefully.
Someone's
on
Jeskai Storm.
That's him right there. Yeah, Jeskai Storm. And then we're going to bring in Green Black Zombies. Okay, let's update this. Okay. Yeah, he definitely sounded like he's going to bring in that 4th guy. Yeah, if you want to lay out Jeskai Storm. Now we're going to take a look at Jeskai Storm. As I said before, watching that lose to 8-Rack was really great because the Jeskai Storm player is one of my best friends, and he told me not to build 8-Rack because it's not good, and then he lost to it. And I felt vindicated. Okay. He said he brought in the... I did not see the Grixis Charm. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I was focusing too much at the Rakdos Charm. And the Olivia, he said, it definitely helped him against mid-range decks. And we will go ask him about the charm right now. I'll be right back. You ask him about the Grixis Charm?
Grixis Charm.
Yeah, he had a Grixis Charm in that deck, and we don't know why.
Ask Sam?
Yeah, if you want to ask Sam about
Hey,
that.
Sam. Why do you have a princess charm in your back?
I probably won't build 8-rack. I'm not going to. But yeah, you just feed their treasure cruise. And Sydney is right now asking Sam why he had the Grixis charm in it. Yeah. You want to come back and explain that?
Yeah. Okay.
Here we have again. Ooh, now we get to see your face on stream.
Oh, we get to see
Because
my face?
yeah, we've already seen all the cards.
Oh, okay.
This is
Alright.
Sam, everybody. He's
Oh.
going to explain what we
See,
have.
Now my hair looks bad. So
No, it's fine.
okay,
You're good.
All
You're
right.
good.
Grixis Charm is a really good utility spell. I didn't want to run a third of Electrolyze or Crackling Doom. Hey, what's up, Sid? The deck, the card's really utility. I beat someone today. I beat the Elves player today by using Geist of St. Trap in tandem with Grixis Charm because that's 10 damage straight up, and that was really solid. Grixis Charm kills early Goyce. It kills medium threats, like it kills Restoration Angel, which is one of the hardest cards for Delver decks to beat.
You
As
said
well,
you're very good against mid-range.
I'm very good at
mid
mid-range, and Grixis Charm just helps. It's an extra good removal charm. It's actually a win con most of the time, and oftentimes just bouncing a permanent. Like I bounced a couple hate cards. Like I bounced a Blood Moon with basics and won the game off that. I've bounced Birthing Pods. I've bounced other opposing blockers. I've even bounced lands against Delver deck who got stuck on one land. I just bounced it and got there with it.
And why that? People are saying Remand. Why it over Remand?
Remand is really slow. I'm trying to be a little more proactive, and after turn, I would say if I wasn't getting to 4 or 5 lands every single game, Remand would be better. But I play 21 lands more than most Delver decks, and so when I get stacked up there, I'd rather have the Grixis Charm over the Remand. But I've been toying with Remand and Mana Leak. I'm still not sure which is better. I'm sticking with Mana Leak right now, but I can definitely make an argument for Remand.
Okay. Sounds good. Any more questions, guys?
Remand saves your guys.
Before we let Sam back to his life.
With basics, yeah. I mean,
yeah, Blood Moon would not be fun with a
it's not. No, they resolved Blood Moon on me today, and I did die until
pretty much.
Yeah, it's
that's kind of it.
I beat it. I beat it because I just started fetching for basics and got there with it.
Okay. Sounds like I accidentally turned the conversation on to 8-rack. So justify the Grixis Charm.
Yeah, it's just before they knock it, they should try it. It's a very good card.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. Before you knock it, you should try it. All right, and thanks again, my friend.
No problem.
Sam.
No problem, guys. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay.
Okay.
What do we have next, Sydney?
No more deck techs because I think people are all heading back home.
Okay.
Okay. So I managed to get the green black zombie guy to. He said he'll post his deck list on the Facebook page for the stream channel.
Did we get 8-rack, or the 8-rack player already leave?
The A-Ray player is still here. Why? Do you want to see?
Yeah. We had Shorty,
Decktech?
my good friend Shorty.
Sure. Be right back.
Okay. We're gonna see. So we can get the green. People are leaving, shutting down. So we're gonna get the green black zombie deck list up on the Facebook, and we're gonna try to do that with 8-rack as well. I know Shorty was interested in that. I'm interested in 8-rack, but I agree. In a meta full of treasure cruises, it's definitely not the best thing you could do. And I believe right now, behind my face, we have. Seeing if Jeskai Storm is setting up anything. Looks like we have the beginning of Jeskai Storm. Run us through a quick deck tech on that. Jameson is going to kill me. Well, I mean, if I die, it was a good last night. I had fun talking to you guys. Oh, a Waste Not in the 8-rack. Yeah, that's what Sydney and I were questioning. I love that card. I fell into the hype. I don't know enough about the nuances between.
You're gonna try to
Close up? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are gonna get killed, so we're not gonna be able to do that. But if you want, I know for sure I can get a link to the deck list for Jeskai Storm.
Yeah. So I got Green Black to post. He said he's gonna follow us on Facebook, and he's gonna post his deck list on the Facebook page. Also, Joe, who's the one who's playing 8-rack, he's gonna post his deck list on our website as well.
Okay, so we got 3 deck lists going up on the Facebook. We've got 8-rack. We've got Green Black Zombies, which is I really want to see what's in there. See if it kind of might just be Golgari Graveyard. I feel like it's just gonna be a graveyard deck, maybe not zombies. And then Jeskai Storm, we'll put up on the Facebook as well.
Jeskai Storm too.
Jeskai Storm. All right.
So
and
what else?
who closed out? Who went 4-0?
Who went 4-0? Oh yeah.
Did Bogles go 4-0?
You could ask.
Trying to see who went 4-0. Possibly Bogles? Possibly? Seemed like he was, I don't know. If he keeps pulling those core spirit dancers, it's very difficult to beat that unless you have some fast removal. And didn't get to see Mill, but according to the record, Mill did not.
Bogles and Affinity went 4-0.
Bogles and Affinity went 4-0. And I agree, Waste Not does a lot, but I don't know how to work it in. And tomorrow, Legacy stream, 7:30, Foil Ponder giveaway. We gave away a set of foil, moderately played Delver Secrets, but dude, this Ponder, it's foil. It's signed.
Sexy, sexy guys.
And it's altered. It's
So-
it's a wonky awesome card.
Wonky awesome card is
You're
the
not
right
gonna find
word
anything
for
like
it.
it.
So guys, you should tune in tomorrow at 7:30 and watch the Legacy stream because they're gonna give away a sexy Ponder.
Yeah, it's gonna be extremely sexy.
Too sexy.
Highly explicitly sexual tomorrow.
Ooh, so hot.
Legacy tournament. And I'll let Mark answer that question because I don't know what the turnout for Legacy is like. But I think
yeah,
we should get our asses out of here before they kill us.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, it was really fun and hope to talk to you guys in the future. And I will definitely try. Gooey Ducks.
Gooey decks. What's a
We
gooey
have to
deck?
try. I'll explain the Gooey Duck thing later.
Okay. What should we do now? Mark,
Probably.
just turn it
Sign
off.
off.
Sign off?
Guys.
Okay, bye Mark. Bye everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's gonna blow me. Thank you. Kevin will blow me for following. Thank you, Speckman, and thank you, Pebcat_org. And 12 to 24 players. And I've never seen a naked woman. Like maybe in the scene of Titanic, but
What's
that's
a
about it.
naked lady? Oh, never mind. Alright.
Gooey Duck hype. It's real. It's real. And thank you so much, MTG Card Market, for
Yes.
hosting this, allowing us to stream Modern. Amazing. Peace, guys.
Peace guys. Ciao.